Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. That's right. We are live and back at it again. And if you didn't know, you should know by looking up there. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. SmackDown has started with a different feel. I mean, we got the Ric Flair woo back, but we got 2 hours of Triple H and SmackDown. Then we got a live Rampage to hit. Lots of action, 3 hours plus. It's a Friday night. You know Friday's going to be crazy. Congrats on putting another week in the books, folks. Let's get into some wrestling with the Wrasslin for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. That's right. We are live and back at it again because we're always at it. We're here 7 days a week, folks, and we do not stop. It keeps rolling. And we got, like I said, SmackDown. Right now, I'm getting a recap of SummerSlam. Again, the woo is back in the opening, but we'll talk about that as we move forward. But it's a new era, new time, new changes, lots to talk about. If you didn't know, as always, I am Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. And I'm joined by the marvelous man himself, the Baron of Banter, the Master of Mischief, the Troublemaker, Big Nick. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Like you said, I'm happy to made it out of the week. I think a little bit more than most, but yeah, it's back. It's great to be back for, another conversation with the congregation. And, we've got 2 shows tonight, 2 right now, potentially 3 hosts tonight. So it's going to be a 5-star night, I feel. We're back in the new Triple H era.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so I'm still getting a SummerSlam recap right now. I'm looking forward to SmackDown and the women's Gauntlet match. I fucking hate Gauntlet matches. I really do, folks. We'll talk about why after, but all right, let's find out who's up next.
Well, I think we're going to get a certain return of somebody, since you were talking about the woo chance. I think we're going to get a woo coming back tonight.
Right.
That's going to end up winning this Gauntlet match.
Damien, good to see you, by the way. Gary Brown, welcome back. Good to see you tonight. Thank you for being here. Damien, I already said hi to you. It's just you again. Hi, Nick, KJ. How you doing tonight? We're doing well. I mean, like I said, we got a week in the books. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. And yeah, we're going to roll through SmackDown, the first SmackDown of a new era. Will Fox want to get in on all the fun? Do they feel left out? Do they feel like, hey, what about us? We want, we want a surprise. We want to pop. We have some stars. And if you guys didn't notice on the thumbnail for tonight's show, there is 2 individuals a lot of people are talking about. And they were on SmackDown when technically prior to being champs. And then, they predominantly were on SmackDown.
And they supposedly have signed a deal or whatever, agreed to come back.
All right, so I got an SUV pulling up. The doors are opening, and here come the Bloodline. Oos. Just Jay and Jimmy, apparently.
Oh,
there's the big dog. I'm a little ahead of you, aren't I?
Oh, just a wee bit. That's fine.
All right, so just tell me when you get to Roman getting out of the car.
I'm just getting the SUV now.
All right, tell me when Roman's coming out of the car.
Okay.
Out of his car.
Yeah, hopefully.
And you might have to turn it down and touch.
Yeah. Am I good?
In the meantime, Floyd Skelton. Woo! Absolutely. I mean, I was surprised. Remember, they took the Ric Flair woo off the opening and replaced it.
I got Roman right now.
And replaced it with Warrior. And now another small change. Like we're talking about the forbidden words, the banned word list is out the window. Now
you can now say wrestler.
Yeah,
you can say wrestler on a wrestling show. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thunk it? But that shit has to happen to appeal to the fans that you're trying to appeal to, especially if you're trying to tap away at people who are now AEW fans. They want to hear things like wrestler.
Oh, absolutely. Like I think we talked about it on the podcast. How to me, a lot of like we're fans of everything wrestling, but a lot of people almost feel like we're bashing AEW too much just because it's WWE's just now finally realizing what they could
The
actually
giant
do.
has awoken.
Yeah. The big bad bully's woken up and realized he wants to kick some ass.
You might have to touch yours down just a like a small little bit.
There, you good?
Hey, yeah. Hey, King Jordan, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. I mean, yeah, we got another week down. Friday is here. The weekend has started, and it's only getting started here for us. We're going to do tonight. We have the 3 hours, and then tomorrow we're coming back for probably another 3 hours as we do Battle of the Belts, and we do Battleground Championship Wrestling. Yeah, a stacked card. Turn up the heat, I believe.
Yeah, you're gonna have Ken Shamrock, Onita. Like we got two shows tonight. We got 2 shows tomorrow night. Just doing this shit back to back. Got the shit going back to back.
Shit don't stop. So now we're getting a replay of Pat and Corbin from SummerSlam with the big punt to the.
Huevos.
He punted his footballs pretty good.
The kick was good.
The best part of this is you're watching the replay, Nick, and everyone else who's watching the replay. The face that Pat makes after he kicked it, almost like I could feel his nuts. Like,
oh my god!
And he's giving us the telestrator. He's giving us the fucking.
Oh yeah, I like that we're doing. But see, that's that seems like a new thing of like we're gonna do the little telestrator, and we're gonna make a big deal about this with Pat. Like it's very Bobby Heenan-esque. Like this feels like I said, this feels like Bobby Heenan and like Gorilla. That's what these two sound like right now.
It's like football to the groin.
Right. But I for those who aren't watching, it's very John Madden-esque of, first we have, my foot over here and then, wham, I kicked him right over here.
They've shown about 17 replays of him kicking this man in the nuts. Just full out punching.
Oh, yeah. And Pat's even doing like bubble quotes and everything. Like we might just get 2 hours
another one
McAfee kicking Baron Corbin in the balls,
and then gives him.
I almost want to be here for it.
The face Pat makes when he kicks him, like he nailed it. He was just.
Oh, and then just the little. That's the best part. The little afterwards.
All right, so there's Ricochet. Angel. Why are everyone's
There's
mixed
the
together?
24/7 division,
right? And Corbin's got 3 feet on everybody in the group laughing at him.
Oh, I know. Like I said, and with the shirt he's wearing, it very much looks like, fucking Wizard of Oz. We represent the Lollipop Guild.
No, it actually, to me, it looks like fucking Billy Madison. We're like with the grade 3 class, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get on the bus.
Don't you say that. I want to get called up from NXT. Don't you say that. Don't you ever say that.
No, that's funny that he's going to. I hope Pat uses that telestrator more often.
Oh, he needs to use that like all night. And that's the thing though, too.
All night.
Like he's just so fucking funny.
Ricochet's got a beard and he's getting a match. I like it.
Well, that's the thing, though, too, that we've noticed.
So bad.
Yeah. Welcome to the Beard Club there, Ricochet. But that's another thing that we've noticed, especially because we cover everything, is not a lot of stuff lately gets advertised pre-show for like the Raw and SmackDown anymore. Before you could know the whole card.
Mm-hmm. A lot of this was TBD. A lot of it until today. They let a couple things slide. The Gauntlet match came out today, but yesterday it wasn't out.
Oh, yeah. No. And most of it like drops like an hour or two before the show. Like it's not.
I like that they're holding shit back.
Absolutely. It keeps us intrigued.
What's up, Jason? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here again. I hope Nakamura wins versus Kaiser. And why do you call him Ludwig? And I want to see Gunther versus Nakamura. We are going to get Gunther and Nakamura, I hope.
Please. Just please. Especially under Hunter. Give me that, please. That will steal the show.
Ding, ding, let him go. Let him beat the shit out of each other.
Just bring back New Japan Nakamura, whatever he's got left, and bring back Dub X Dub Walter.
That is 2 different styles of strong style.
Exactly.
And they don't, they lay them in snug. They lay them in stiff. And you feel those chops and you feel those kicks. So let's go.
Oh, somebody going to get hurt real bad.
What's up, Hassan? How you doing? Welcome back. Warrior.
Warrior.
Right.
By the way, I am very much a big fan of the clip that's been going around of Ric Flair trying the Ric Flair drip strain.
Oh, are you kidding me? That needs someone. Was it you or I think
I said I need that like
a poster,
framed on my wall and everything. Like there's a recent picture that just came out and it's just so cool looking. Of just it's so fitting. Of he's like the 73-plus-year-old man just smoking. He's literally that much of an icon. He's got his own strain of marijuana,
right?
And just looking like a straight gangster. Just
he even took the moment. This is how you know he's old school, right? It's like fucking Willie Nelson over here. He took the time to hit the front. Like he hit the cherry first, and that's how you know he's got some experience. He's been around. Like,
right.
I gave it that little, the little up the nose, and then turned her around. I was like, this is old. Well, you heard the story that he got so drunk he fucking passed out on the shitter at some strip club.
I'm not surprised of any story. You could tell me anything happened to Ric Flair, and I would believe you. That man's life was the Hangover movies.
Now, that's not substantiated. Don't quote me on that. No one.
Allegedly.
I only read it in one place, but I guess the night of his final match, the style and profile, and Ric Flair was going back out and showing everybody he still got it. And I guess he got so drunk he ended up on the toilet, and then he passed out and fell off the toilet. I don't fucking know, man. But we got Ricochet, Happy Corbin in the ring.
Oh yeah. Right now I have Baron whipping Corbin right into the turnbuckle. But yeah, just real quick, last thing on that. I saw a picture today. It was Gerald Briscoe. And he said, I'm 76 and this is my last match. And it's just him holding a burning match in the picture.
That's amazing. So Pat and Corbin sharing some looks. WWE, welcome back to the show. Oogity boogity. Good to see you again here tonight. WWE definitely seems different now in a very good way. Look, we opened the match quick. Right? We had a drive up. Ooh, the top draws here. Ding, check off the box. Right. All right, let's get to something entertaining. Well, that Pat shit was entertaining as fuck. I found that funny. Maybe I'm a child and just watching that man get kicked in the nuts 44 times was too much, but I enjoyed it.
No, it's just like you said, football and grind.
And then into a match, and look, Ricochet does a backflip off the apron.
Oh, yeah, this is a great match, too. And I'm glad that Ricochet is actually getting like a prominent match.
Right? But a different pace, a different movement to it. And again, we're not stuck on that hard cam, which I like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think we even had talked about it a bit on the podcast of how now if they raise the rest of the talent, those times when Roman's not there, you're not going to really notice because everybody else has something going on. Everybody else feels important.
Yeah. Well, you go back to the Attitude Era and stuff. It's not like Michaels or Bret Hart or any of them fought all the fucking time. We barely saw them fight on TV. Like for the belt.
Look at Taker for the longest time.
Yeah, right. They don't get in the ring for some fucking mixed tag unless there's an angle to it. They build their fucking storylines in the promos and the talking, and they build it up with the rivalry or the angle that you're building. You don't have to get in the ring all the time. But the show was so fucking good
for everybody that calls.
Yeah, so the show was so fucking good. You weren't like, oh man, that show sucked. There was no insert champion because the show was usually pretty good regardless, right? Like
because even then, say if Taker was champion, you would still get guys like Kane, Mick Foley. Still, you'd still have Austin, Rock, Hunter, Michaels, and people want to say like, oh well, they don't build stars like that, but this is how you build stars: is you build interesting stories and you give them time. Like I feel like if there's one thing that Hunter's going to do versus Vince, it's build stars.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a progression to them, right? And that's what we're looking for is, okay, I like this guy. He's won a few matches in a row. Where is he going? What does this mean?
Right.
But Maximum Male Mike in the house. Welcome back, Maximum Male Mike. Right? Welcome back to the show. Nice choice of names. CJ pumped about Ricochet. Yeah, he's starting the show, and they're letting him go a little bit, CJ. So I'm pumped about that as well.
Oh yeah, I would like to see big things from Ricochet. I know under Vince we kind of talked about him maybe go back to NXT, kind of start over. But now I feel like if he would have had the Intercontinental title under Hunter, it would be entirely different than when he had it before.
Mm-hmm. It would be a different feel.
It would be that workhorse belt.
And that's what it should be. That's what all these belts should be. And that's where you see things like, and I didn't hate it. Oh shit. I didn't hate it. Like as far as Gunther, Shinsuke Nakamura. And I sent you that thing today of like Hunter and Gunther and Sheamus. I'm in for that. I'll tune into that match.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's even like we got Drew versus Sheamus to start last week's show in that Donnybrook match. And that was probably the match of the freaking week. That was a hell of a match. So I like that they're starting to kind of, so a lot of these guys feel like they've gotten, a rinse through, they've got that Vince stank off of them. Like we've said with Austin Theory, they're trying to beat the Vince out of them. But now you can we're seeing everything almost with new eyes, it feels like.
Right. Karrion Kross could be coming back to WWE. I think that's a huge possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Him and Scarlett, and they do it actually right. I think I'm almost to the point of it's like a bit like when AEW had all those rumors of so-and-so might go to AEW. This and that, so-and-so talking to Tony Khan. I feel like anyone right now that gets linked to WWE is probably going to go there.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but I will say the fact of like, there's huge opportunity for people to get things right. And I think that's the sell. It's an easy sell for a lot of people because it's, hey, remember that thing we were doing? Remember that character we built? We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. We're going to go with it. And that's where, think about it. Karrion Kross was fucking a beast under Triple H. He was undefeated. And he fucking destroyed Ciampa in what, minutes? So
yeah.
He was getting a hard fucking push. I could see him coming back, and he has everything you want. Imagine the Karrion, like doing his entrance proper in this at this grand stage. Fucking sign me up all the time.
And with Scarlett and all of that, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And everybody can, no one's going to complain about a little more Scarlett.
Oh, not one bit.
Ronnie, how you doing tonight? Bum ass Corbin.
Ooh, big springboard elbow from Ricochet.
Ricochet is fighting Corbin.
And hopefully winning. Sorry, Jesus. Oh, springboard elbow.
Nice.
One.
Standing shooting star. Parker comes with a fun question. Is Scott Hall alive or not? He is not alive, sir. The bad guy.
Called Google. I'm not it.
He's fighting Happy Corbin. Hey guys, what's up, Pink Ranger? That opening segment to lead to this match didn't feel like Triple H. Why not? I was okay with it.
It didn't feel like Triple H. It certainly didn't feel like Vince.
It certainly didn't feel like it used to.
Right.
We got a teleprompter. What the fuck? Not a teleprompter, a telestrator.
Right. Well, and even then, too, like you said, we're not sticking to the hard cam, people are actually, getting backstage segments that make sense. Mm-hmm. People are actually looking at the camera the right way instead of always from the side for whatever reason.
And look at the crowd. Bum ass Corbin.
Right.
And the other part of this makes me feel like Triple H is, again, 2 NXT alum opening the show in a good fucking match. Look at the pace of this match.
Well, and I bet you too, we'll go pretty much once this is done, we'll go right into the next match, almost like we did on Raw.
Well, like I said, I mean, yeah, I hate to disagree. No, I don't. But yeah, no, I don't agree. It definitely doesn't feel like the typical somebody comes out to the ring, we get a long entrance, we get a boring promo, someone else comes out, they talk some more, somehow leads to like a tag team match or some type of, all right, you two fight right now. It feels different. And I mean that whole thing with Corbin and the punt and replaying, to me it was funny as hell.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing, is that feels a little bit like an Attitude Era DX type thing,
right? You even gave us a replay of the suck it,
right?
Oh, Corbin blocks the sunset. Wow, scoops him right back up,
kicks him right back up. Wow,
this is the best I've seen Corbin in a fucking minute.
Well, and it's the most they've shown off his strength too.
Throwing bombs.
People forget this man was an offensive lineman in the NFL.
It's true. He just chucks him. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, welcome back. You are here. Edge. Boogity, boogity. Hi. Welcome to the show, Edge. Corbin got one brain cell left.
Edge is here on this day.
He sees clearly.
Yeah, exactly. We think we know him.
Pat is standing laughing. Oh!
Codebreaker.
I don't know. I don't feel like Corbin's losing this. Ricochet's back. Corbin feels a little bit back. Listen, I was a fan of Corbin in NXT when he first moved up. And they just fell to shit. Shooting star!
Oh. And he hit that clean. That was almost like delayed.
Yeah! See? Wait. Where's my friend? Where's Pink Ranger? I got to go pick on Pink Ranger a little. Ricochet just won. If that doesn't tell you that someone new is in charge, nothing ever will. That was a solid match. There was a clean win. Yes. Hate. Nothing but love. But I don't know. I'm getting new management vibes.
Oh, absolutely.
The lights might not.
There's a new man in town. There's a new sheriff around.
Let me in. There we go. Quiet on set. Ricochet, let's go.
Oh, and the pass from McAfee to Corbin.
And he caught it. He almost booted it, though. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening?
Oh, he wants them to punt it.
But look, they're fucking with the crowd. McAfee's on the table again, but the crowd is energized.
Oh, yeah. And McAfee signs the football and then just poots it into the crowd.
What's next? The giant fucking beach ball? Let's go.
Right.
Fucking A.
This feels like the fucking Raw after WrestleMania, to where they're just fucking around with the crowd. You know, we're punting footballs into the crowd. So the SummerSlam controversy. So
it's a little funny that they're bringing up the SummerSlam controversy, which it is. Yet we're still having a gauntlet match to decide the number one contender. It's a little interesting, right? Like,
and the other one's suspended.
Yeah, but I mean, you think there was some, she'd burst in through the back door or come through the crowd or.
Oh, I know, but still, well, that makes it interesting. Hey! I know.
I'm having so much fun.
I know we kind of think it's going to be, Sammy. I know we kind of think it's going to be Charlotte that comes back and wins. But like Mr. Brand said in our chat, that there's a good chance too it could be Shayna, and then we get Shayna versus Ronda versus Liv, which I'm intrigued by that just because of the Ronda Shayna connection.
I so love this crowd interaction. Absolutely, man. This is what we're dying for. And this is where I would say, like, that core, audience for AEW, when they go to a show, there's a lot of it, right? There's sing-alongs, whether we love or hate the songs. We get our fucking Jungle Boy. We get our fucking Wild Thing. And we get our sing-alongs. Judas comes on. So there is a bit more of that fan reaction. I don't think enough wrestlers have, like, catchphrases anymore. Maybe people are like, oh, that's lame. Bullshit. Sell me on something.
Right. How many times do Christ, even still on this show, I'll sit there. What? How many things do we still quote from like The Rock? Christ, we're still doing the woo from Ric Flair. Catchphrases work, and catchphrases are called catchphrases because they're catchy. But yeah, no, absolutely. I like it's a whole show. It's got to be a whole event. It shouldn't just be, oh, we'll go there. And it's no different than the freaking virtual crowd that they had during the Thunderdome.
Yeah. Damien's happy that it was an exciting match. That was a really good match, a really good start to the show. And it was, did we get a commercial during that entire match?
No
commercial in the opening match.
Yeah, no.
Clicking on stuff.
I'm still telling you, I feel like, especially with Rampage being live after this, which, folks, we will be covering that as well. So stay here with us, because once SmackDown's done, we're going right over to that. But I feel like we almost might end up having to do like kind of a split screen thing, depending on what the main event is tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Like they may, rather than the first hour commercial free, they just let them go a bit over and keep that commercial free.
Hey, we're gonna go about 9 to 11 minutes past the hour.
Right, and just that whole last match gonna be commercial free. That way, no one can click over.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry. Oh, there we go. It's so weird. Is there any matches on Rampage that we're looking forward to tonight? I mean, I'm curious what Mance and Mox are going to do.
Kinda. Oh, absolutely. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about Mance, so that's why I'm really interested to, watch some more of him. I know he was involved in the Ric Flair, Battle Royal that they had on that we watched.
He won it.
I haven't seen a ton of them. I watched.
He's been in a couple scrambles that I can remember. Now he had a match with. Who's the fucking champion?
Which company?
It's GCW. He had a hard death match, and it was fucking unbelievable. And
Page, Effie.
No. It was. It'll come back to me, but anyway.
Gotcha.
But no, I mean, I'm curious. Other than that, I mean, Madison Rayne, I'm curious to see what she does or says tonight. Hater versus Thunder.
I'm a big fan of Hater. I'm excited for that.
So, I mean, it's live. So let's hope it's better than some of the pre-recorded shit we've been getting.
Well, yeah, this is I feel like we've talked about before of Tony's starting to feel the heat a little bit from WWE. So Tony's got to actually kind of start stepping his game up.
Look!
Oh, they got a little special
handshake.
Like I said, the ska moment.
The ska moment is still fucking funny. Jay's not in a good mood tonight, eh?
He looks a little on edge.
Oh, how's Paul? He needs a few days at home, the whole F5.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. I mean, the man sat there and sold that whole thing like he was dead the entire match.
Yo, it would be really cool angle if they push Sammy out and he gets mad, right? The underdog from the underground and build that.
Well, I thought that's why he could have won Money in the Bank and everything. That would have been super interesting. But I do like that. Sammy almost has a better relationship with Jimmy than he does Jay. And Jimmy's like, "Oh, I'll text you," and Jay's like, "No, get out of here!
No, get out of here!"
I like that. It's there's actual fucking characters. Could you imagine that on a wrestling show?
But if that's the thing, he feels slighted, and then he kind of, they pick on him. He works his way into some type of title match opportunity, but at every turn, they beat the living shit out of him over and over again. And Sammy sells so well when he's a babyface. So let him do it, and then let him pull us all in, and then go after the champ. Why not? It's not like he's gonna win.
Now here's a thing that just came to me, and I'll talk over this whole Liv versus Ronda recap that we're getting. But. So now what if when, say, Solo comes up from NXT, his kind of first feud is with Sammy to prove that he should be in the bloodline over Sammy or something like that? Be interesting.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like we've kind of been predicting a lot of stuff here lately on this show, and it's ended up happening. So I think we're just going to keep speaking stuff into existence.
It's because we talk so much shit. Eventually,
exactly. Well, it's one of those things we say enough that eventually something's got to be right.
Right, we got to hit sometime.
Right.
No, it's true. We've called some good shit, and I mean, even CJ on
CJ called the whole ring thing.
Yeah, on SummerSlam, instantly said it, and then someone else reported it, and I thought, okay, we got it.
Right, I see you.
Right. I'm at work, so sometimes I disappear, LOL, but I have 2 TVs in the bar on WWE. Put us on TV. That'd be even funnier. And then we will
Fox
be
on
on
one
AEW.
and then put us on the other one.
Manson Mox tonight. Well, thank you for peeking in at work. I mean, we would not expect that, but we appreciate it. And yeah, let me know where your bar is. I'm down with any bar that's showing off some wrestling. I mean,
Christ. Well, I think we've already got the strip club from Victor that we got to go and hit up.
Yeah,
now
we're gonna do a tour.
We're gonna just have to do a whole Wrasslin for Life tour or something.
Right. Anyone else out there has an establishment? We're going on.
Exactly.
Tour. We'll do live in locations.
Start doing live shows.
Right.
You can see what we're like backstage.
Right. I love this. I love this crowd interaction. I think I clicked that one. Sammy is back.
Pat's back up dancing, and I like that we're actually getting Nakamura. We're not getting King Nakamura. We're not getting understudy to Rick Books Nakamura. We're not getting Toyota commercial Nakamura. We're getting actual Shinsuke Nakamura.
Right. Nobody says the big guy is hungry, aka Ryback. Nobody says Ryback. Nobody talks about Ryback. Nobody cares about Ryback. Ryback's useless.
I feel like at this point, just people know that it's like a trigger word for you, so it just gets thrown out there.
You're right. Every once in a while, someone's just like Ryback, and I twitch.
Right. I want to see this man cut a promo. Ryback.
I've said everything I can about that guy. He just comes off as the most insecure little dick, whiny baby. That you can work out all you want, you can lift all the weights you want, and you can feel but we all know packing no heat, bro. One commercial, but it was quick. That's how I like my commercials. Do you see Hunter bringing Big Cass to WWE? Possibly.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Right. At this point with Hunter, with Papa Paul, I don't rule anything out.
What about Enzo? Could he see
a little less? I mean, but the only thing is with Enzo is he's with MLW right now, and MLW suing WWE.
Even more reason to hijack the motherfucker. I'm sure he's not on like a long deal with MLW. I could be wrong, but if they have any opportunity,
MLW's long.
Let's say he's free though. Like, could someone like Triple H look at Enzo and go, he's not the same kid he was. He's grown up. A few years has passed. We smacked him on the wrist. He spent his time doing the grind. He didn't give up wrestling. He kept wrestling. He got more buff. It would be.
I like him a lot more now. Like, yeah, he could very much go.
If you have someone, let's hypothetically say you have someone like Sammy or Drew, a baby face, and he's trying to get at Roman, and the Usos are running their mouth, and he's like, I need a wee bit of help. And that fucking music hits, that fucking people lose their fucking mind. Why not?
Well,
I'm all for the pop.
Well, that's the thing is, and the company I think needs a lot more, I almost want to say a lot, but at least a couple more people that are actually good on the mic, that are good with the stick, that can cut a promo.
More interaction.
Right, exactly.
Right. You can't teach
the second he comes out, the whole crowd's popping, the crowd's chanting, they're literally knowing all the quotes.
Right into the stick, right? Right. And they'll go with it. They still go with it. You see him when he does indie shows, the little indie crowds go with it.
Oh, absolutely. That's something he'll never be able to escape.
No, I mean,
I think it would be a smart move from WWE if they could make it work, and depending on how they feel with them and what they could do with them to bring them in. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of influx of talent.
I think so too. I think there's going to be a rejuvenation. There's going to be an injection in it. And I know that the people that are trying to make this better are looking at it going, okay, what are the major complaints about this fucking show? 1, too many commercials. 2, fucking too much talking. 3, How do you average fucking 22 minutes or 19 to 20 minutes per show wrestling when you're a fucking wrestling show? That's like turning into a cooking show and they cook for fucking a quarter of it.
How are you not able to say the word wrestler on a wrestling show?
Well,
that's the thing. Well, I think that's a big part of it too. Is, the commentary as well is able to now, like, just everything as a whole is able to let loose now a bit more. Wrestlers are actually able to go out and just do exactly that and just wrestle.
Right.
You know, the commentators are actually able to be themselves. Like we saw Pat McAfee do 5 minutes with a teleprompter or a telestrator to start off SmackDown, going over how we kicked Baron Corbin's testicles. Like, it's a whole new vibe. It's a whole new feel. And it for a lot of us guys who went from WWE to AEW just because it was kind of it was the alternative. Now we're coming back the other way.
No, absolutely. And just remind everyone here, if you have not been here before, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. That is Big Nick. I am KJ White. Our boy CJ Brand is in the chat and may be on here with us at some point tonight. But we're rolling through SmackDown, and then we're following it up directly after with Rampage. So stay tuned. If you like wrestling, you like having a good time, and you like enjoying your Friday nights, this is the place to do it. Like, subscribe. We do this for all the shows, and we don't miss. We're here on Saturday. Tomorrow, we're doing Battle of the Belts, and we're doing Battleground Wrestling. Turn up the heat, because we cover it all. NWA, GCW, New Japan. If it's a show that people want to see, we'll be here sitting on the stream.
Oh, absolutely. I was already a big wrestling fan, and now I'm even a bigger wrestling fan. And like we talked about before, is that this is just therapy to me. Like, trust me, I'd be doing this, you know, whether people were tuning in or not. But yeah, absolutely. If you like good wrestling content, if you like wrestling content in general, this is the place that you need to be, because
we're getting the
often imitated, never duplicated. You know.
Often imitated. The imitating is getting widespread. But that being said, I have Shinsuke Nakamura in the ring, and I have Gunther coming to see him. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah.
I really wish they'd go back to – they can keep him Gunther, but just want that –
just go back to the black.
The black. That's what I was going to say. The spotlight and the fucking milk commercial. Give me that fucking – right?
Like the almost I know it's an opera song, but it had that like Jaws feel to it of like, oh, the big
something's coming,
bastard's coming, right? Well, and you know,
it's fucking perfect.
Being the ring general and everything, it fits so much better with being the black and all of that versus just this bright ass red. Like, it just makes me think of fucking Raw.
I really hope. I don't know, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But this BDSM domestic violent fucking relationship between Gunther and Ludwig has to stop. He's just beating this man.
I thought we were done with
like, should we call for help? Like, honestly, but we got Shinsuke Nakamura going up against Ludwig Kaiser, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But we're rolling along here, folks. Let us know, who do you got for the win in the chat? Are you enjoying the show so far? It's been good for me. I've enjoyed it. The pace, again, to me, it's all about that pace. The rhythm of the show is picked up.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I think this is just the first time we've been able to actually, you know, try and get out predictions and everything, because everything's just been rolling right along.
Yeah, I've loved Mance forever. Seen him live in a death match for No Peace Underground. A fucking plus. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what he does on Rampage. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've been a little critical of Moxley. This spells typical Moxley for me. So we'll see. Could we see an upset? I'm excited, though. What?
Could we see an upset?
No. No.
I think I'm going to – I don't know if I just don't like Mox's title reign. I'm going to just keep calling upset.
Yeah, no, but Moxley's not losing that strap. Fucking Tony loves Moxley. Wow, dang. So for the second time this week, I get to hear that fucking song again. It made me hate it. It's too often. Usos versus Sammy and KO. We haven't seen anything from KO. Now, I know we got a hype package, two hype packages about KO during SummerSlam. That gives me optimism.
Yeah.
Hope.
Well, and he's very much a Papa Paul guy.
Very much. Very much. So I'd be down for that, Sean. Welcome to the show, and anyone else who I haven't said hello to. If you haven't chimed in the chat yet, blow it up. Let us know. How are you doing tonight? Are you new here? If you're new here, say hi. Let us know who you think is going to win the match. Let us know if you're liking the show. Let us know if you have something on your mind about wrestling that you want to hear us talk about. Come on. Hey, yo. Hey, the great one has arrived. Mr. Victor, how are you, sir?
Yeah, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
There you go. Kaiser going to get 2 butt whipping tonight. Yeah, I got a feeling he's going to get whipped
a little bit
twice.
Well, that's the thing is, even if he wins, he's still going to get chopped in the chest. It's I don't get it, but I don't know. That was under Vince. Maybe we get something different. Like Walter now comes in the ring and just like, I'm sick of this, and then go back instantly to like Imperium.
Unless there was some internal thing where Eichner was like, I fucking hate these guys. They should consider putting Imperium back together. They should consider putting that tag team back together and letting them be a fucking tag team in a world with no tag teams. They would be wonderful right now.
Oh, yeah. Them versus the Usos, and then you get Gunther versus Roman. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the thing. I almost wonder now with Hunter in charge, if you just start getting people that like acting like they're waking up like out of a coma or like a trance or something like, wait, what was that? I've never been Gunther. What the hell are you people talking about? Why am I wearing so much red? I don't get it.
Whose fucking coat is this?
Right.
It's 2 sizes too big for me.
Yeah, shit.
JV, welcome back. Now, if you could see Enzo or Cass coming back, could you see? Yeah, 100%. Even with Vince, I could see Cardona coming back.
Oh,
I thought Cardona. I do. I know he was all hard-assed and no, you can't use it in my swimming pool. But I think in time, Cardona would have went where the money was. And if Vince had circled back and said, listen, Matt, we got, I know, listen, you can keep selling your fucking toys. We're not going to take your podcast away. We'll let you be like Pat. But here's some money. Do you want to come back and be a name? I could definitely see Cardona making a turnaround. Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea would hurt the women's division.
I think she got a bad shake because when she was there, both times she was in matches, she broke her wrist. And that's all they really know her for. That's the thing, though, is like what you were saying, though. I was worried that I don't know if Cardona would want to give this little empire that he's built up.
Yeah, but he's still not making. He's still not making the money he could make with the WWE.
But
doing
he's
all these little
directly
shows
to himself versus.
Yeah, I always felt like Cardona was
like that's that weird conflict. If they could work out a deal to where he gets something at least close to like a Xavier Woods deal. But then again, if you bring in Cardona, I feel like you get you get Hornswoggle, you get Brian Myers, you get all them too.
Right. Too close. That being said, what do you call it? I lost track. I could definitely see Cardona coming back. And I just always felt he'd follow the money. He'd be always open to opportunity now more than ever. But we'll see. I mean, I think there's a few guys that were kind of shoo-ins. The guy I'm curious about is I really think Chris Jericho wanted to come back at some point, like end his career with WWE. Yeah. But that's not a guarantee anymore.
Well, like I said, I still, especially with Hunter there.
Tripp and Steph might just be like
that weird thing to where like he signs like a 1-day contract and like retires technically as a WWE superstar.
Yeah, you get one appearance kind of thing.
Right.
If Kross comes back to WWE, who do you think he'll feud with first, Nick and KJ?
Ooh, that's a good question.
He's got to go big on this one.
But I feel like that's almost a little bit TBD right now because we don't know exactly where they're going to go with everything because we're getting this whole
it's a hard fucking play right now, right?
Because we did. Who would have told? Like, who could have predicted for Monday we were going to before this all of this that we were going to get AJ Styles versus Tommaso Ciampa and Ciampa's going to get the win to go face for the US title.
2 wins on the same fucking night.
Right. That's it. Right now, it's still. He's having to readjust everything, so I almost don't know who's going to fall where or anything.
Right. No, I mean, I see the first name that came to my head was Lashley. I think those
that's
two big boys, the U.S. title on the line, not a major title, but a big enough title that it matters he wins it. And they could drag that out for a little bit, right?
Now, and this might just be, and this just came on me like a bad idea. What if he's the leader, true leader of Judgment Day?
That'd be cool.
Him
if they can spin it, because Judgment Day is shit.
Right. That's the thing. I don't know if I'd want to put a whole faction around him or just
not a bad idea though.
Yeah. Well, it's very his entrance and everything's all very spoopy. So, big me.
It's funny because I saw one of the YouTubers that I'm a fan of that was covering like the whole Bray Wyatt video breakdown thing.
Mm-hmm.
Literally come on and just be like, well, none of that happened. I fucking died today. He's like, well, apparently that imagery was just imagery. I'm like, fucking don't say, do
you? Right. Gee.
Fuck.
I don't want to say I Babe Ruth that motherfucker, but I think I might have a little.
You might have called that shot.
Right. Yeah. I might have called my shot on that one.
Triple H flashback with DX Express Bus. Do you find that? Like, we're getting a SmackDown. We got that SmackDown replay. It was a flashback, and it was the DX Express Bus. And some fire. Fire.
Yeah.
You got this. Karrion to be a Grand Slam champion in WWE. He could be. I think Cardona got a lot going for him, and I think he's compelling.
Cardona versus Roman, who wins?
If it's billed right, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, it's not like he's not outmanned. Like, I mean, physically, they're right there.
But I'm still, to me,
and Cardona overall is probably a better wrestler.
To me, though, if we're going AEW, we're going the total package wise. To me, Roman goes over. It would be a hell of a match. Like, you could very much build that up to be like a WrestleMania.
I went great.
Yeah. That man's head is now in the front row. And Nakamura gets
sorry.
Now he's not only does he going to have to deal with like possibly a broken jaw, he's going to get his chest caved in because of Gunther.
Right. He laid that Kinshasa right under the fucking
shit. That was stiff as all get out.
Ludwig's not Ludwig. Gunther's pissed. Uh-oh. I'm so looking forward to this fucking match. Let's go.
If they wrestle like these men can wrestle, this is going to be this is the fucking GOAT battle of strong style.
Dude, where is Pink Ranger? Dude, this is everything that I've been saying that we need. Like, look at Shinsuke being himself. Pausing.
He says,
come on, let's go.
Right.
Character, attitude. He doesn't have to talk. He can speak with his body. He can speak with the things that you know. When he makes that pause, everyone in the building's waiting to go, come on, with him.
Oh, well, he's good with his actual, physical demeanor. He's good at, doing the taunts and everything. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. That's going to be like the strong style, like Super Bowl of like, that's, the Clash of the Titans of strong style. You've got Walter. I'm going to keep calling him that until it happens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah.
Clearly the answer to your question, JV, is in the red room with the red jacket and the red everything else. Hey, it could be worse. Sprechen Sie. Considering Triple H is bringing back wrestlers, do you think Tony Khan will struggle with both of his divisions? Because many fans will go back watching WWE with returning wrestlers. Listen, Edge, I've witnessed it. We witnessed it on this channel, not only in the chat, but amongst ourselves, where WWE all of a sudden hit a new gear and said, we got this. We're going to try something new. And everybody got behind it. The fucking bandwagoners, anybody that was a fringe AEW fan, that was kind of like, well, we watch AEW because it's better, because WWE right now is not really giving us anything. The minute they were like, wait, what? They're doing cool shit? Gone. Fucking gone. That AEW bandwagon lightened up in a fucking minute.
Oh yeah, wait, Hunter's in charge, and he might put Paul Heyman on creative too. No disrespect, Tony, but I'm gonna be over here for a minute, real quick.
And if you haven't checked it out yet, yesterday on our podcast, we spent a good 90 minutes talking about this subject. So check out our podcast from yesterday. But I think, my humble opinion, Tony, for the first time, has pressure now. He's going to have to compete for talent. He's going to have to compete for eyes. He's going to have to compete, period. Vince McMahon did not give a fuck about Tony Khan or AEW. As long as the checks kept coming in, Bruce and Vince were just going to, fucking send them out. Sheamus, go again. Sheamus, go again. Whoever. Usos, private party.
That's because he couldn't remember that part.
Street Profits.
But no, I very much feel like now this is finally, I've always said before, this was a wrestling war that both companies seemed like they were trying to lose. Now the big bad bully on the block woke up and realized, it can fuck some shit up and actually win this. And so now there's an actual war on our hands, between AEW and WWE, I feel. And Tony's going to be wearing dark pants for a while because I feel like that man's pissing himself with, now he's got a whole little team that he's getting around him that he should have had a year ago or so. Yeah.
What if Ciampa beats Bobby Lashley next week?
I'm okay with that we get Bobby versus Brock.
Oh, I almost had the thought of Bobby Lashley loses the U.S. title to Ciampa, and that is the catalyst to bring back the Hurt Business, because that was an unfinished story. That was once upon a time, the end. What? Wait,
right? Well, and MVP, and I think maybe Shelton or Cedric's been kind of talking about that a bit.
Yeah, they fucking should be. I would be if I was them. Hey guys, can we be back on TV?
Well, even then, I'll say maybe you end up with Bobby versus Roman. I'm not saying Bobby has to win, but I feel like that would still be an interesting match.
I think it would be compelling, and I think you could do it properly. And I mean, you can almost have it done in a way that the Bloodline ends up being the babyface against the Hurt Business. Yeah, it's possible.
Oh well, we're starting to see the Bloodline pretty much start to get that a little bit of a babyface reaction.
Again, some of those babyface, those respectful cheers.
Yeah,
we're like, yeah, you're a bad guy, but
and just like as the crowd has acknowledged the tribal chief, you should acknowledge us by sharing, and subscribing to the channel.
Nakamura. Yeah, a lot of people picked Nakamura. I didn't realize we were this far behind. We are in a commercial break, folks, so I will take a minute. We're going to catch up on this chat ASAP. Just remember, keep putting shit in the chat. We will get to it. We don't go
Talk amongst yourself. Talk amongst
yourselves, but we try and catch up. But that being said, folks, this is the Wrasslin for Life Network. I know some of you have heard me say this a million fucking times, but we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the fastest growing YouTube channel. We are rolling. We're having so much fun. We are here for a couple hours tonight for SmackDown, then an additional hour for a live Rampage tomorrow, Saturday night. And for anyone that's been here, our Saturday night streams are fucking funny, and weird shit's going to happen, and it's going to be off the hook and uncensored, and we don't know. But Saturday night, we're going to do Battleground Wrestling. I mean, fuck, we got a card with Ken Shamrock coming back. That's right. You heard me say it right. Shamrock is in a match, and he's going to fight Harry Smith.
Yeah, and you've got Bully Ray and PCO in a tag match. You've got Onita, the innovator of the Exploding Death match. Competing. It's just the cards all over the place.
So it's going to be a good night, but we're also going to do Battle of the Belts. Claudio's going to defend against
Take a
Shida. Thank you. I knew you were going to get there. What else we got? Is Jade an open challenge?
I think so.
And then we got what else? There's two more matches, and I can't fucking remember. Oh, what's his face is fighting? TNT. Wardlow is in a match, against Jay Lethal.
Oh, so Jay Lethal's going to get powerbombed a lot.
Yeah, I think they might be setting up Satnam and Wardlow, which I'm not thrilled about.
Oh, no. That's Omos and Bobby Lashley written all over it.
Fucking A.
Worse.
Here's one of the... Oh, look, TMZ covered the fact... Oh, no, TMZ... Oh, they're just.
They're
I hate
showing
that they
all
show
the
us
other outlets that have covered stuff.
I know.
from
I hate that they like now they
or
got
from,
big fucking
SummerSlam.
logos. Like we're relevant because CBS and
We were relevant. See, look, people care.
Where can I watch Battleground Wrestling? I know it's
Right here.
Right here. I know it's it's going to be on Fight. I don't know where else. I usually go about the backdoor means to get some of this stuff. So this one will take some digging, but it looks like it'll probably be.
I would just go with Fight. Fight to me.
I think it's going to be a Fight TV.
Fight and Bleacher Report seem like they're very much cornering the market on wrestling
on the indie,
outside of WWE.
They're overcharging for some of these independent ones, though.
Fight isn't. Bleacher Report is a fucking appalling.
Really, eh?
Oh yeah, but that's for a conversation for another day. Right now, we've got the Usos back talking with Sammy.
All right.
Did they say anything really different than what they said?
No, but they asked him to go do something. And with fact checkers, what did they ask Sammy to do?
Go mess with Drew, maybe?
Go do a job. They asked him to do something.
But we're getting the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman addresses Drew McIntyre tonight.
Stop bodyguard abuse. Is he the bodyguard or is he just like his Rusev Day
He's
guy?
the lackey.
The lackey, not even. It's shit.
Well, no, I'm interested to see where it goes, but he's just the lowest man on the totem pole.
Right. Zaytu, KO might be injured, but like I said, they did give us 2 packages for KO, which I found very interesting, where they gave us the history of him. Even that, do you remember when he was wearing a suit for a little bit and they were putting his face on the ramp and he was all like Mr. America fucking politician KO?
I feel like everyone that gets the US title has, like, at one time or another gets that shtick of like, I'm Mr. America. And Liv's coming out with elbow brace on. I'm surprised to see that.
These new and improved fucking elbow braces are impressive lately.
Fucking cyborg shit.
Kross feuds with Bray. Now we're just asking for a lot.
Right now, let's not get greedy.
Don't get Nick started.
Right.
I want to see that for sure.
Right. Well, I'm not saying I don't, but let's not get greedy out of the gate here.
Well, I mean, they're going to spread some shit out. They know they can't just blow their wad.
Yeah, they're not going to blow their wad like Mr. TK there.
Right. There's some booze for Liv? Am I hearing that right? Is it like there's some jeers in there?
A little bit. I think Bailey, Dakota, and Io coming back all kind of instantly put themselves at a different level.
There's some booing going on for Liv Morgan right now. I'm not crazy. It's a very
I'm surprised as to why. I thought she was like the biggest baby face.
She was golden. Listen to the boos.
What? Is this a crowd full of Ronda fans? Because I don't get that.
There's Ronda. Who's a fan of Ronda Rousey?
Well, that's why I'm wondering. Like,
I know a lot of people are going to jump on me right away.
I'm a Ronda Rousey fan.
Yo, the crowd is chanting, "You tapped out."
Is the crowd chanting that, or is the audio that they're
playing? They just beeped her out. I appreciate everyone calling me out on my shit. Where's Victor? Liv is cutting the shit right now.
No, where's CJ? Cut the shit.
Right? Look, CJ right away, my boy.
Speaking
the shit.
That's CJ's cut the shit moment of the week.
Right?
Because they literally cut the shit.
Hey, now, Michael. Act like a gentleman. Let's go. But
we're all adults here.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, no, I'm not even. No, I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying like let's act like we're adults, not children.
Hey, it's Cruella.
Cruella de Vil.
This is my favorite. I'm sorry. I had to do something. King Jordan, you don't have to be sorry. And whatever you did, I hope it was legal. And
I was gonna say, but is it watching us?
I had to do something.
Do something strange for a little piece of change.
I got Shinsuke for the win. You were accurate. Nakamura, accurate. We answered that. I think I worked backwards on some of these. KJ and Nick, what are your thoughts on why Moxley doesn't carry both of the world titles around his interim AEW championship in the D? I don't know.
Because it's on an AEW show. Let's start there.
Yeah, but I mean, we see a lot of people carry double belts. I think just because.
Right, but we talked about that on the podcast of that at times AEW gives a little bit too much attention to these other companies. Like the best tag team right now in AEW doesn't hold the AEW tag belts. So we broadcast every other company's tag belts except our own.
I like Sonya Deville. I want Sonya Deville to get some rubs.
Oh, I liked her even when she was doing her whole GM thing and everything. I get that we were supposed to dislike her. Like, I've been a big fan of her.
Right.
I've liked her more, like when her and Mandy split, I liked her more than Mandy coming out of that.
Oh, great. Aaliyah's still here.
Oh.
Not working for me. I called it. You did call it. Tamarin, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Thank you for being here. And again, sir, lots of going on. When is Slammiversary this year? It happened. Go watch our live stream of it. It killed.
Trust me, we covered that, so you can absolutely go watch that. You know, go watch all of our old stuff.
Nakamura versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship next week on SmackDown. Just got announced. That's right, Damien. That's what that match was for. And take my money, sign me up. That is
and we will be here watching that. So you should be here watching that with us.
Is that the same night as Emergence?
I don't know anymore.
I think we're doing a triple header Friday next Friday.
I pretty much wait for just the wrestling world to come to me and just tell me what's going on tonight, and then I just show up.
And Impact did the same thing. They actually moved No Surrender to a Friday because they don't want to go head-to-head against Extreme Rules.
Really? That's
true.
Everything is moving around.
I don't know. I don't know about Impact moving their pay-per-views to Friday. I don't get it.
And then still we've got, what is it? Like one of the next NXT pay-per-views is going head-to-head with All Out, I believe.
Listen, All Out and Clash of the fucking Castle are the same fucking weekend. I'm in. Let's go. We're going to be right here, folks.
This is, like I said, this is the perfect time for guys like us to have a YouTube channel talking about this because this
Don't
is.
Tell people that. It's a secret.
Yeah. But this is a historic moment in professional wrestling because this is for people who talk about the WCW Monday, WWF Monday Night Wars and everything. This is this generation's equivalent to this because this is now absolutely both companies should be working on full blast of how do we get better.
Yeah. Oh shit! Nice cutter by Aaliyah. Is there any way that this girl's just been bottled and we're about to see? No, that was botched to fuck.
No,
never mind.
Is there any way this girl makes it through the year on the roster?
Coming soon, Hurt Profits. I'm calling it now. Victor's been hoping for the Hurt Profits.
Hey, but still, that wouldn't be a bad shout. I mean, I think CJ was saying that we might get a heel turn from Street Profits, so that would be interesting.
Oh shit.
Grabbed her by the
yeah, Sonya almost showed the world her
right
here, kitty.
We almost saw Putty Cat.
Nakamura and Gunther match of the year next week. Sean, you better be here watching with us. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be waiting to hear your rating for that match after that. So your ass better be here.
DeVille just fucking dusted Aaliyah, and that finisher, the Advocate.
Ooh,
is that what they called it?
I don't know, but I wouldn't mind. Maybe she's in the bloodline.
Stop smiling. Vince is gone.
Yeah, the smile's gone away. She
No,
got the help
totally.
she needed. She reached out. Be a friend, tell a friend. The hooks are gone. She can actually show emotion. God damn. Already clotheslining the shit out of her.
Yeah, just fucking stop smiling.
Right. Well, no, she actually now she looks like Raquel Rodriguez before, or Gonzalez. God damn it, I keep getting them mixed up. That she looks like how she was when she was in NXT. But when Vince was here, she was just whatever Vince wanted her to be. She was just, it felt fake, it felt plastic.
Oh. This is how they could bring back Johnny wrestling and Candace with Tommaso winning.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, didn't the whole just the anniversary of like one of their like 5, 6, 7 star matches in NXT just kind of go by? So I wonder if we maybe retouch that story.
It's possible. I mean, if you redid the Gargano Ciampa rivalry on the main roster, it would work really well. It would be very over, and it was very compelling.
I think, but you got to bring them together.
Yeah,
and then you got to realign,
reunited, and it feels
yeah,
I got
so
you.
Good.
Sammy turning face. Yes, he's like, I like this. I like this. Now, this little ditty here is, see, I hate gauntlet matches. Gauntlet matches make no sense to me. Like, it's just really shit overall.
I get it. I mean, I feel I don't mind it. I mean, for some of the older,
it's like a winner goes on tournament. I get it.
The original wrestling games, like especially the WWF ones, like that's all you could kind of have was a gauntlet match,
right? But I don't love it. I never love it. It always comes down to the last person or the second last person for the most part. Maybe that's it. They usually deliver it poorly.
Pay attention to like drawing numbers and everything, and like the order, that might make it a bit more compelling because, like you said, it always comes down to like the last one or two as to who's going to win.
All right, here comes Shotzi. I notice Shotzi's trying to up her game right now. Give us.
Yeah, I hope so. I really like Shotzi.
There are boos for Liv. She said, shit, got the shit. I can't do it. You got to get on here and do it.
All right.
Sonya looks like a effing mess. Looks like a fucked up Oreo.
Don't be bringing up Oreos around here. We've had.
It looks like Liv broke her arm. No, she didn't. She's all right.
No.
She's all right, Jason. She'll be okay. Yeah, right. I agree with CJ though. She did look a little Oreo-ish. I don't know what that says.
Well, no, I just remember JV talking about him before and everything. I was like, look, right. I don't know.
Now, are we surprised that they censored shit?
Yeah, well, they can't go.
What I said. Like you get away with bitch, but you can't get away with shit.
It's like the Carlin 7 dirty words you can't.
Yeah, no, that's a different thing, and I can recite it very well. I won't do it here today.
Right.
But
do that
I would love
later.
Fucking love that shit. Welcome to the show, King. This is crazy. There was a video. It's deleted on WWE. Staff saying to people, stand up and go wild in front of the cameras, and we will give you a free beer and your kids' WWE merch. Is that a legit thing? Because listen, I know, and I don't know if anyone else, I'm sure other people caught it, but they were talking about when like they were doing the Thunderdome, right? And I caught a feed, one of my backdoor ways into watching a show, where I could hear the producer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna, you're gonna cheer now for so and so. Literally, sure. They were literally guiding the show. All right, folks, Roman's coming, big boos. Like, yeah. I was like, this is fucked up.
Wow. Well, I could see that happening with that because halfway, I feel like you wouldn't know exactly what's always happening on screen if you're supposed to be in this virtual crowd. But yeah, I'm not saying any of that stuff that this man's saying is actually happening until I see any sort of source or anything like that. I don't feel like they would. To me, as someone who's watched this product now for like damn near 30 plus years, I wouldn't need any sort of hype to get excited for this. So I don't think that they're out there, all right, rah, rah, shish kumbah to get the crowd hyped. I think they're there because they enjoy what's going on.
Crazy stuff. I don't know what else she said. It seemed longer than just the one word shit, but yeah, the beep went for a while. Maybe it was just like the guy on the button was like a just in case. I don't know.
Just in case she just keeps going.
She at least said shit. Crazy stuff. Edge, 100. Floyd says, it's absurd to me that a billionaire banging a paralegal would change the landscape of wrestling, but here we are.
Yes.
It's not absurd that a billionaire banged a paralegal. It's more absurd that...
No, that's what caused us to get here.
Yeah, and it was more his indiscretions. If it was just he banged a paralegal, nobody would have given a fuck. The problem is he banged fucking everybody and made everyone sign contracts and paid them. And paid them.
He went way too.
He went full Vince, and you never.
Yeah, he went full. Yeah,
right. He went full Nate. You can't go full Nate.
He fucked up.
But it's crazy to think that that's what happened, though, Floyd. That it wasn't like, and today Vince McMahon has decided he's stepping away from wrestling. It was, holy shit, Vince getting sued. Run!
Oh, rumors! Oh, the government's coming after Vince. Get your pitchforks, get your torches ready.
I don't think, tell me, anyone in this chat right now, anybody in this chat, including you, Nick, it needed it. WWE needed this injection of energy, and we got it quick. And you see the excitement, you feel the buzz.
Oh, I've been saying for the longest time, this was all planned, calculated. This was Game of Thrones playing chess, and Hunter getting creative control and talent relations. And now Steph's co-CEO of the company. This is just checkmate.
Right now, Raquel has Shotzi up and swing. Oh, locked. No. Who do you guys got winning the gauntlet, by the way? Who's going to be the number one contender for Liv Morgan's title? Anyone surprised that Liv is now getting boos? Boos.
I'm surprised with that. But did you see, too, that they had like a little visual up that had everybody that's in the gauntlet match? They had like X's out of like who's been eliminated.
Yeah.
Oh, big power bomb.
Raquel's going to be a hard out.
Oh yeah.
Sup, Tamarin? I think
very much
Shayna is definitely winning. Shayna Baszler would be a nice touch. Here comes Xia Li. We forgot about Xia. And she doesn't have weapons.
Yeah, she's not just Katana from Mortal Kombat.
Right. Shayna Baszler. I wouldn't be mad about that at all.
Well, if we don't get the Charlotte surprise, that's who I'm picking.
Xia Li coming out with power. I like it. Never be ready. Never not be ready. Like that double negative for some type of surprise out of what we're getting right now. It could be Xia Li. It really could. It won't be. It could be.
I was going to say it won't be. It could.
He is chopping down Raquel. Yeah, it's Real Amigo. As a WWE fan, I'm disappointed. I'm not. I figured as much. Like I said. Shayna Baszler should definitely win the gauntlet match. A lot of fans of Shayna tonight. Here we go.
Well, I think it might have to do with that Shayna Ronda connection as well.
You can overplay the beep to make it seem like Liv is saying something more vulgar. True. Nah, nobody sued Vince. Vince made them sign NDAs first.
No, the U.S. government is investigating Vince.
No, Vince was threatened with lawsuits, and instead of going to court, he did the NDAs. I think I said sued when I was doing my little rant earlier, but investigated particularly. But he was approached by lawyers with the threat of lawsuits.
There was legal proceedings.
And we'll see how this goes. Doesn't old Vinnie Mac have to pay the money he had hidden, covered up for tax purposes? I believe when they said the federal, it's now the federal investigators are looking into it. The board is still looking into it.
Yeah, they're looking into it because the payments technically were almost looked at as like a severance pay versus a private payment.
Shit.
And that's why WWE is having to go through. And we're getting headbutts.
You can't watch this and tell me the wrestling itself, the actual matches aren't different.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Raquel's not smiling. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
It actually looks like a badass instead of just, I'm here to be big.
Oh, my God. Fuck.
Damn.
Goodbye.
Planet.
Yeah, I honestly think that now that Vince is retired, we might not. There's a chance. I could be wrong, but now that he's retired, we may not hear much more about this shit.
Yeah, I think everything with Vince now just kind of goes bye-bye.
Yeah, he'll talk to some investigators. He's got one of the best lawyers going. He has for a few decades. That's why that man was very well paid and very close, Mr. McDivitt.
Oh, yeah, that man's got plenty of money. That's how he got out of the whole steroid trial.
Right? No, he's got a good lawyer, so. Welcome back. Shayna for the win. Right now we got Natty chopping down Raquel.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone's been picking on that leg. Now Natty's here just to pick it apart.
Well, I think that's the thing is, especially with Raquel being the tallest competitor of the match, you got to, take her out of the knees. That's a weird ass hold. Like she's almost got a figure four, but she's not quite. She's like kneeled up in it, and she's like just slapping her on the stomach.
Yeah.
I like though that they're going back to like
I don't give a shit with
a submission that if your shoulders are down, we'll count the pin.
Yes.
Actually, more energy. Who would have thought?
They are pumping in crowd sound, which I don't love.
Oh, that's a bad look.
You can tell, right? Like it's just a different pitch, and it's too consistent. It actually starts fucking with my ears if I hear it too long. But it's not as bad. It's not as bad, but there is some consistent. But there is crowd noise, which is decent. Why is Liv getting boos? They were chanting, "You tapped out."
Yeah, it's. I thought she was the most over babyface and sharpshooter from Natalya on Raquel. But yeah, I thought she was the most over babyface in the company. And then now she comes out and she's getting boos.
Right. But that's the thing. It goes to show if the fans are invested, they will respond with whatever you give them. And for them, you have this babyface champion, you want to see her win. But they know she didn't win, but she got to keep the belt. So some of the fans started booing. You tapped out. Their champion, the babyface champion, should have never tapped. She could have passed out. She could have fainted. She could have fucking been rolled up. They could have done a million different things. Wow, Natty's gone.
Natty's gone. Well, and even then, if you're gonna do the Ronda suspended angle, you shouldn't have done the whole dusty finish.
Yes.
At the end of that.
I really want Shayna to take this, and I think Shayna's going to pick Raquel apart, and I think she's got a shot to take this, and Shayna looking like a badass.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I like this comment. Watching women's wrestling in a full bar is something. I can only imagine.
Right? You get a female gauntlet match during
during like happy hour. That's a good combination right there.
No, they don't. Tamron, why? Help me. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't know how she avoided budget cuts.
Right. Bray Wyatt doesn't have a job in WWE, but Aaliyah does. Make that make sense. I got
all the bias in the world for just about every Canadian, and that's one of them I can't figure out yet. I just don't like her. Like I said last week she gave us her best match I've seen her give us. Tonight she was okay, man. Well, I'll wait and see, but she doesn't get over with me, and I apologize for the. No, I don't. But the Aaliyah fans, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no. She pulled a draws and started off her in-ring career with throwing up in the ring. Like that's what she's known for on her SmackDown debut. Like I said, think of all the wrestlers that have gotten released. Like we're talking about Karrion Kross coming back. We're talking about Bray Wyatt coming back. All of those people got released. Randy, yes, I know they were getting paid more, but Aaliyah managed to survive through like Tegan Knox, like even all the Tony Storm up in decided she wanted to leave. But all those roster cuts, I just don't. Someone explain it to me. I guess it's I don't get what people see in her. Unfortunately, she needs to go back to the performance centers. There's no character about her. She's just extremely bland. Speaking of two people who aren't bland, fantasy booking Natalya versus Deonna Purrazzo. Absolutely. If Natty was ever to leave WWE, I think she would be a great fit in Impact. I would like to see, like, say, even if it happened and while she was still there, of like, say, her and Mickey both go in an Impact, I think that would be hella interesting. But yeah, her and Deonna, that would be a great match. I think Deonna would take that match though. Hopefully we get UFC Shayna where she breaks arms. I feel like that's hopefully what we're going to get. I think now with this heel turn with Ronda, we're going to get maybe her and Shayna just paired up together as just these two badasses that just tap or snap, tap out or blackout. I think that's what we'll get, of just two women that just run through, and could now say if Sasha and Naomi come back and we get the tag belts coming back, that we get Sasha and Naomi versus Ronda and Shayna for the tag belts. I know KJ, I think, sent a thing out to us on our little group chat earlier about Sasha and Naomi versus Io and Sky, or Kai and Sky there. But I think almost if we do Ronda and Shayna, that's more compelling. Like, ooh, big stop on the ankle from Shayna. Yeah, she's just now. Raquel's had 3 people, I believe, right in a row go after that same leg and that same knee, and now literally the Queen of Spades is just going to just pick that body part apart. Like, that's one thing Shayna was known about for in her MMA career. She's good buddies with Josh Barnett, who does all of the blood sport events. So she's been the one. Ronda was the champion in UFC that transitioned to wrestling. Shayna was very much always a professional wrestling fan and just was talented at MMA. That's not discrediting her MMA career, but she's always had a passion for professional wrestling. So I think she's honestly the natural better performer than Ronda. Like, I'd almost rather see Ronda play second fiddle to her, if I'm being fully honest. Yeah. Actual badass Shayna's back. Oh, big ass knee right to the jaw. 1, 2 count. What if WWE brings back Nia Jax? That would be interesting as hell. That's one of the few that I think is not really that likely. I think that she didn't leave exactly on the best terms, just with everything that she said after the fact. So I don't think she would be coming back to WWE anytime soon. And Shayna had the backpack hold, big splash into the corner by Raquel. So yeah, folks, I don't know if we already touched on them and I've just gone past them or what. Oh, Karafuda clutch right in the corner. I was going to say, give me your predictions, but right now this is looking very much like Shayna's going to be in control and take this. Which, if she does, we might be seeing a new SmackDown's Women's Champion in not too long. She couldn't get it. Raquel's circling her. Oh, is Raquel going out? It looked like she had circled out of it, but now it's starting to look like she's gotten out of it, or she's fading. She might be out. Oh, she's got a rope, so that's a rope break. 1, 2. Oh, they bridged into almost a pin. Oh, back into it. Wait. No way that they're going to... I feel like that they're going to do that as a dust. I need to see the replay because I almost feel like they could have done... Told you Shayna was going to win. Yes, I'll give you that, CJ. Sorry. I thought Papa Paul was going to pull a woo out of his pocket. But I almost am surprised. I almost, for just the angle that they had, that they were going to do to where both women's shoulders were down. But yeah, no. We'll get Shayna versus Ronda very soon. But we are going to get Shayna versus Liv at Clash of the Castle. Natalia's time in the WWE should come to an end. You can see she's getting slower and slower. I don't agree with that. I think that she just actually didn't have a terrible match with Ronda, and that's some of the best work that she's done in her career. So I think now that she's actually finally developing a personality, it may be a little weird and a little bit, OnlyFans-ish with her sister, but it's still a personality. So I honestly, I don't think she'll ever leave WWE. I think she retires the lifer there, to be honest. Shayna next champ, KJ says from backstage. Yeah, I think that that's what's going to happen, honestly. And now we've got Sammy backstage again with the Usos. Oh, Jay's telling him he needs to start pulling his weight around here, or we're going to make you take that Bloodline shirt off. Folks, let me know what they're trying to get Sammy to do or something of, because I don't know exactly, but I like the whole Sammy be involved with the Bloodline. I think it's interesting. It gives, well, it would be interesting. It gives a way for him to turn babyface, and maybe we get, even if it's clearly Sammy's not going to win, but we get a match between Roman and Sammy. I think that could be interesting. All the black and gold NXT members and winning tonight. Actually, yeah, that's not a bad shout, TJ. I actually hadn't even really noticed that. Yeah, because Ricochet won, Shayna won. I feel like there might be another match that I'm missing, but yeah. And Shinsuke, yeah, too, absolutely. So yeah, CJ, you nailed it right on the head. Everybody that was in the old black and gold. Well, and that's the thing that we've heard all the talks of. Oh well, Tommaso, should be getting a push now because Triple H is in control, or Kevin Owens should be getting a push. But now you're starting to see some people that might be getting a little concerned about where they stand, because Paul's in control now. Like, maybe not for nothing, but like we've said with Austin Theory, that they're literally having to beat the Vince out of him. That man's had to take an ass whooping for about 2 weeks now. So I wouldn't be exactly a big fan of this whole changeover right now if that were me. But now, to me, this is the best thing to happen in professional wrestling in at least easily the last decade, I feel. Because now we're getting the biggest company with the biggest TV deals, the most well-known company, actually being invested in putting on a good pro wrestling show. Not a good entertainment show, not a good sports entertainment show, not getting a bunch of ads and a bunch of TV deals and just, where it's strictly about profit. Hunter's going to care about the actual professional wrestling product that's out there on TV. And that's what we've talked about. I feel like he's pulled everybody aside and told them, well, we've seen him say, go have fun, but I think he's also said, go do what we brought you here to do. Go be an actual pro wrestler. You're not a sports entertainer. Like in the last match we had, Raquel, you don't smile all the time. You're an actual human being. You're not a robot. You have emotions. So go just be a badass women's wrestler. We saw with AJ Styles versus Tommaso Ciampa on Raw. Go do what you guys do. And I think that that's the best thing, is everything feels a lot more laid back now. And no one feels uptight, like walking on pins and needles, as far as it comes to working in WWE. Hi, Greg. Yes, we are the Wrestling for Life. I see a lot of new faces here. I should see hopefully a lot of
he's going to go on a break, and I just hijacked his promo. We see a lot of new faces out there. He's giving me the finger in the background, folks. But I am back from break, and I just sent my buddy on for he's going to take a little pause for the cause. But we are on commercial. We are getting back to the action momentarily. I hope everyone out there is having an amazing Friday night. You're staying happy. You're staying safe. And whatever you got to do to put a smile on your face, I hope you're doing that tonight. We are rolling through SmackDown. We got about a half an hour to go. Do remember, pardon me, at the top of the hour, we are hitting Rampage live tonight We get a live episode of Rampage. I'm all gassy. See what happens when we go on break. But I'm getting a SummerSlam package, and tomorrow we are coming back with Battle of the Belts, and we're also going to do a live stream at the same time. One starts at 7, one starts at 8. So doubleheader Saturday. Our Saturday night streams are always fun around here, but we're going to do Battleground. We're going to cover that crazy card. It's actually a pretty good looking card. And it's highlighted by, Ken Shamrock, Buddy Murphy, Onita. There's a bunch of other names on it. Slipping my mind, but Harry Smith is going to fight. They're billing it as Sins of the Father. So, Ken had a history with the British Bulldog. Now he's going to fight his son. Pretty crazy. I don't know what Shamrock's going to look like in a wrestling ring at this point, but we're going to find out on Saturday night. We will be here. So like, subscribe, share, tell everybody you know about us. And if you can prove to me that 10 of your friends are watching this show, I might send you a t-shirt. By the way, Shayna Baszler just won that gauntlet, and I'm jazzed. I don't even want to wait till Clash at the Castle. I think it's awesome. And I know earlier we kind of talked about, is there a new feel to the show? There's definitely a new feel to the show. The pace in which it's moving, even the backstage segments, they're quick. They're snippy. You get in, you get out. Sammy's having issues with the Usos. They're not exactly happy with them. And now we're getting a tag match, which, hey, look, we're going to get a squash match between the Viking Raiders and Nobodies. Should be good. Oh, my God. They are just going to beat the shit out of these future AEW Dark members. What up? What up? Greg, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. One of the two. Hassan, welcome back. Victor, KJ with the shit heel turn, huh? Right? Can't help it. Sometimes it just happens. Anybody want to see Lesnar versus Gunther at Mania? Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't hate it. It'd be interesting. Shit, just give me I know he's injured, but give me Dragunov and Gunther at Mania. Let's go. Let's get that big rematch. Time to raid. Yeah. So the hot topic Raiders, as Nick would say, I feel compelled to throw that out there on his behalf, but they are just dusting these jobbers. Not from up there. Splat. Michael Cole is more animated. Triple H has woken Michael Cole up off a fucking 8-year coma on that table. Oh! Did I hear that man's back snap? Was I the only one that heard that crack? Whew. Michael Springer, hell no. Nobody's that funny. Man, he pancaked that dude. I want to see the Viking Raiders versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. That match would be good. The only catch to that right now, Damian, is you got two heel teams. So I'm not sure how they'd get there, but the Viking Raiders are clearly getting a push. I kind of wish they would lose the shields. Like Drew would lose his sword. Like Drew's going up against Roman. Don't bring the sword. You look like a putz. Oh, it's Kofi! Kofi Kingston with a kendo stick. Wasting the Raiders. And the crowd is up. I like it. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Tyler Bate needs to come back to the main roster. Cameron, I think Tyler Bate's got an opportunity to win the NXT UK title. For those who didn't know, Ilya had to vacate the title due to injury, and now we're having a tournament. I think Bate's one of the favorites. What else you got, folks? I think I've caught up on all the chat. That's not bad. You know, Nick's off the stream when we catch up on all the comments. But we are rolling through a commercial right now. We have about 25 minutes to go before we hit the top of the hour where we'll go to Rampage. Now, we're curious. Nick and I and CJ were talking today about the possibility that the new WWE might just stick around a little past 10 o'clock. You know, they might have more to show us. They might have something happening that, takes till 10:10, 10:09. Who knows? It's a possibility. I mean, what do you think? Can we have spillover tonight, intentional spillover, as their competition, quote unquote, is throwing up a live Friday night Rampage? Interesting. Something to think about. Welcome back, JV. Damien, who should the Usos face for the title? Right now, it's slim pickings. It really is slim pickings. Someone said earlier, Sammy and KO. Like, Sammy gets himself in hot water. KO comes to help him. I don't know, but not a terrible idea. Who else do we really got out there as like a good babyface tag team right now? Like, who am I missing that really, who can challenge him? That's the pickle. Right now, Hunter's biggest task as far as your in-ring product is you got to come up with some type of, build. You got to have a funnel, and they have no funnel. They have no development funnel right now. It's just been spots, fill in somebody in the main event picture, use the same middle guys. Legit right now, who would challenge? Who's really there? Give me some suggestions, folks. Styles Ziggler, interesting. Anybody think that Bobby Roode's got a chance to come back? There you go. I like it, Dale. I kind of feel the same way. I mean, that to me is the best. Gable and Otis, I don't see it. I don't view them as legitimate contenders. I wouldn't sit there and go, I wonder if the Usos are going to lose this one. We can't see the Street Profits anymore, not for a while. Fuck. That's how depleted this tag team division is. Dun, dun, dun. Mustache Mountain. I'm in. Sign me up. Tamron, I'm good. And it could have... Nope. I got nothing. They'll have to bring somebody in. But to me, a makeshift team now, like I said, maybe Sammy gets himself, as you can see, he's not in the best of standing with the Bloodline right now. So perhaps, just perhaps, he needs a little help, and they bring in KO. So now we're getting Kofi Kingston versus Eric. This is going to be interesting, folks. Is there a chance that anyone's coming out to help Kofi? Let me know who you got in the chat. Let me know in the chat who you got to win this match tonight, folks. Who are you taking? Is it going to be Kofi? Is it going to be Eric? Are we going to get an actual finish? Here's the question of the night, Mr. JV and everybody else. How do you feel about the new Viking Raiders? I know Nick's been critical of the Hot Topic makeup, the Ronda Rousey eye makeup on the Viking Raiders. I don't hate it, and I like that they're badasses and they're winning. All right? They went from the tag team that couldn't compete in matches because they got beat up. They got punched, so they couldn't wrestle. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. So at least they're badass. At least they're coming out and kicking ass. Wow, some good marks on Ivar. Nice zoom in on man's big back. Josh Woods and Tony Nese for Swerve. Swerve in Our Glory fight on Rampage tonight. That is true. And I'm actually looking forward to that match. Someone asked me if I was looking forward to anything tonight. And Victor, now that you bring that match up, I think that's got a lot of potential to be a really good match. I like Nese. I like Josh Woods a lot. And I like Swerve and Lee together. So this could be a really good match. Where are we going with this? Do you think they'll take the sword from Drew and never mention it or do an angle around the sword. They shouldn't do an angle around the sword, Mike. If I can call you Mike. Kofi gets a two count, by the way, guys. But yeah, no, you can't really put an angle around it anymore. Honestly, for his sake, I think we've seen the sword bend, we've seen it stolen, we've seen it broken. I'm over it. Two count, Kofi kicks out. But yeah, I really think they should just let the sword go. I don't think the Raiders should come out with shields. I really don't. I mean, some people are going to say it's not a big deal. I think the sword, the way they use the sword anyway, has been ridiculous. Kofi for the win. We got a couple people picking Kofi. At least one person. Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander versus the Usos. All right. I mean, potential for a decent match. Not a bad booking. Serious contender, probably not, but not bad. And I don't like the new Viking Raiders. All right, KJ. Almost no, fair enough. Yeah, no. The mixed reviews on the new Viking Raiders, but I mean, am I wrong to say that they're winning? So who cares? Makes me wish both AOP and Heavy Machinery back. Fuck off. That's funny. I like AOP. They fucked AOP up. Hijacked L-Ring the first night. All right. Ivar misses with the candlestick. Eric with the punch. I forgot I wasn't at my desk, and I just flipped off my phone over the top. I flipped my phone over the Hot Topic Raiders. I forgot I wasn't at my desk, and I just flipped off my... Oh, he flipped off. I got you. Took me a second. I'm like, you turned what off? Kofi Kingston gets the win, of course. Uh-oh. Kofi with the win. Couple people called that one. Kofi Kingston for the win. There you go. There we go. Los Lotharios is another tag team. They suck. JV, they suck. House of Blue, not bad. The Sheamus group, I think you could do Ridge and Sheamus going after the belts. Why not? I think Butch goes back to Pete Dunne. I think we all forget. We all need that fucking Men in Black memory fucking remover. And we all have Butch erased from our fucking memories. And he goes back to just being Pete Dunne. Like, hey, look, Pete Dunne's here. No mention of Boot. Hey! Women's tag team tournaments begin on Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just about to say, I just came back at the perfect time. Yeah, they're doing that. So maybe we've heard the talk about Sasha and Naomi coming back. So maybe we get them coming back now on Raw, I guess.
It's interesting.
This is
what they got from a tree?
Ah, that's different. They did a whole different AR graphic. They did and now they get two.
They need to reconsider this. Why can't he just do like the hand up like the rest of them? That it's aggressive, man. I've been saying it from day one.
It just looks
AR is aggressive.
Red. Like I would if they did just the tree thing, and that's not terrible because the family roots, all of that, that wouldn't have been terrible.
They've literally one of the dominant factions that we've had in a long fucking time.
They're just going over of how long they've
held. They're giving up those stats.
And they're all over a year length.
Right. Well, 700 days. Roman eclipses 700 days as world champion. The Usos were at 372 days or something akin to that.
Yeah. It's insane.
That's crazy. Insane.
They're very much up there as one of the most, if not the most dominant faction in professional wrestling.
Oh, no, they're the most dominant faction. And I mean, they're the top dogs in the top company. You can't really love them or hate them. You can't deny what they're doing, what they've done. And it's been, for the most part, pretty compelling.
Yeah,
some roles in there.
This is very much like if, The Rock was champion and, Rikishi and Umaga were the tag champs underneath him. Like, that's what this feels like.
Something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look, they're giving us a replay of Brock getting buried.
Yeah, I feel bad for that one whole side of the crowd that just got to look underside the ring. Right. Sure was a hornswoggle for half the fucking match.
What are they doing? Is it good?
Right. Look at the screen. I'm glad I paid hundreds of dollars to look at a screen. I couldn't be doing this at home.
Right. I think Jay White and Will Ospreay will kill Roman Reigns in a promo battle. They will legit curse him out. Cameron.
Well,
I mean, you're not far off. I don't disagree with that. As far as Ospreay and White are both pretty good promos.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Roman has the ultimate trump card. Is right now he is head and shoulders above the head of the biggest professional wrestling company going.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
I didn't say best. I said biggest.
Right, but I don't undersell Roman's capabilities.
No, he absolutely.
He's a good promo now.
He doesn't almost need Paul. That's why we don't see Heyman talk a ton anymore. Well, we do at times, but there's plenty of times to where it's just Roman talking.
The world's longest fucking entrance, though. Like, we're going to commercial because of his fucking entrance.
Oh, yeah.
By the time we get back from commercial, he'll be just getting in the ring.
Yeah, I ended it going into commercial with him just stepping on the steps. So, you know.
Yo, I got this weird feeling in my tummy that fucking Ciampa might.
Indigestion, sir.
I think Ciampa might beat Lashley.
I wouldn't rule it out. I haven't ruled it out ever since we saw that whole tournament. I felt like almost whoever won that was going to beat him. And they're just going to hit the reset button. That's the thing is I feel like as far as more changes to it per se that we're going to get, I think it's going to be more just hitting the reset button on a lot of stuff.
I think the more to me, the word I would use is enhancements. So there's going to be a lot of enhancing talent, right? We saw it Ricochet tonight. Even Corbin. You know what, Corbin? You're going to go under, but it's going to be a good fucking match. People are going to go, good job, guys. So enhancing talent. Ciampa wins 2 matches in the same night. He's competing for the U.S. title. Even if he loses, you're like, holy shit, okay, they're giving, different feel, different vibe. You're enhancing how we perceive him. I heard they've picked out new music for him. Give him a better entrance. It's interesting. Yes, we will get returns. Yes, we will get surprises. But I think what's really going to be cool is a lot of the wrestlers that we've been fans of enhanced and actually utilized.
Oh, well, and yeah, I think with Ciampa, we heard that they might be going back to his old NXT music. And like CJ pointed out earlier, how everybody that was on the NXT Black and Gold has one tonight of we're not going to get exactly that, but we're going to get that very much that feel, that vibe that NXT Black and Gold had just now with main roster talent. So, rather than only being limited to like your Adam Cole's, your Tommaso Ciampa's, your Johnny Gargano's, you're going to have all of those, plus your KOs, your Shinsuke Nakamura's, your Roman Reigns, your Seth Rollins.
Well, here's the thing, and I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that I completely got distracted by the women's world title? Where the fuck was I going with that? I had a question for you. Shit. The women's tag title. What?
You said, do you feel?
Yeah, I'll come back to it. It'll pop back in my head,
All right.
How do you say it? Medicating side effects.
Yeah.
May affect your short term.
You're feeling the vitamins.
There you go. Women's tag team tournament for the tag. That's a fucking tongue twister. Women tag team tournament for the tag titles Monday on Raw. I can do it better. Women's tag team tournaments for the tag titles Monday on Raw. I give up, Victor. There's too many T's in it. But yes, how do you feel about the tournament?
Yeah.
How do you feel that they're actually announcing a tournament?
Oh, well, I feel like they announced it before, and then it just never happens. But now I feel like that they're actually taking time and doing a whole video package about it.
Right.
Somebody's coming back.
Does this mean it feels like no matter what the direction is, we can't quite say yet, but to me, reintroducing those belts means there's some type of resolution with the two people that used to hold those belts.
Oh yeah, and it shows that you're putting a concerned effort into pushing those, that you're going to take time out of your show to advertise, hey, we're going to do a whole tournament.
Right.
That you're showing a focus. We've seen a focus so far already on the women just with like the Gauntlet match tonight.
I'm getting a Gunther package.
Well, I like now though that we're getting like packages just for specific wrestlers that they're trying to push versus just
right.
Like, here's something that happened last week because we figured none of you have watched this.
Right. No, I like these hype packages we're getting for certain wrestlers and kind of remind you, like, you might not have seen them do too much lately, but remember when they were badasses? Here you go. Just a little fresher.
Oh, yeah. Well, it feels very much like we've talked about, like, you know, a bit more of the older style.
Tune in next week, guys. Honestly, do not miss the show next week. Walter, he'll always be Walter to me, but Gunther is going to go up against Shinsuke. I'm looking forward to this fucking match.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what we're talking about. If next week Roman's not on the show, or he's only in like replays or snippets or a promo or a pre-tape, and the main event is Shinsuke, Walter, they go for 20 to 25, solid. We go home happy. We didn't, oh, no, Roman, show sucked. No. Holy fuck, did you see that match? The main event killed. Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. And that, like we've talked about, that's like, you know, the top European strong style, you know, wrestler versus the top, you know, Japanese strong style wrestler. Like, that match is about to be stiffer than, you know, an Eskimo in an Antarctic strip club.
Okay. Ciampa versus The Miz, U.S. title. I had to get the visual for a second. Listen, that's exactly, JV, how I see it playing out in my head is very similar to that. Ciampa wins the belt. It causes strife one way or the other. Either, you know, Miz is jealous or whatever, but there's an issue between Miz and Ciampa because Ciampa is now champion, and it leads to them feuding, which is the ultimate babyface coming out party for Ciampa, where then he can push forward as the U.S. champion.
That, or do we just act like it never happened? Like I said, we just kind of like, even like what I said with Walter, we just act like everyone's been like in a coma now and we just move past it.
Yo, I think that's like 70 to 75% cheers for this man. And when he drops, you know, the acknowledgement, there's a pop.
Oh yeah,
and now he's got the grin. He's giving a shimmy.
Right, but this is like you sent out the thing earlier today about how Paul Heyman said we welcome if Dwayne The Rock Johnson ever wants to show up and lose to Roman Reigns, we would give him a spot right in line. He wouldn't have to do a battle royal, anything. This is Roman becoming that Rock of, you know, going from just the out and outright heel to just naturally the fans are just cheering for him. He's not changed a damn thing.
No,
but the crowd's absolutely loving everything he says.
The attitude's getting over again. He has audience participation.
The man's coming out with Roman Reigns is my daddy shirt.
It's amazing. Fucking amazing. Is that a shot at the fact that Rocky Johnson just had a bunch of kids found?
Oh, could you imagine? It's just, well, Rock,
it's a shot like Rocky's my father.
Dwayne, since you've had a lot of kids just spring up out of nowhere.
Yeah, right.
I figured just start getting out ahead of the game here.
Am I just connecting dots that aren't there?
Oh,
I like
it. Might, but they're hilarious ones.
Now, if anyone's been a wrestling fan, or everyone on here, I imagine is a wrestling fan, or someone's poor partner that was forced.
Even if you're just a fan of us,
I'll accept it. But if you're watching Roman Reigns right now, the facials, the movement, the way he delivers, the way he takes his time, the attitude, the swagger. Like he took a moment and gave us a little shimmy, like a little attitude. You can't argue. Like this is perfect wrestling. He's the champ. He acts like the champ. He looks like the champ. And if anybody says what they're watching right now, nah, he's shit. He's delivering solid promo work. And that's why, I mean, you don't need Paul anymore. Paul helps. Paul's great.
Oh, yeah. Paul's very much, you know, Paul's definitely, you know, the spice that you need, you know, in there.
Right.
But very much Roman, like when you hear about terms about the guy, and we're like, everybody that's been around for a while knows about how Roman was the next guy to get pushed by Vince, and he was just forced down her throat and everything. Vince was right about everything that he saw in Roman Reigns, because this man has absolutely rewritten the definition of to be the guy. This guy. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, but this guy's absolutely, he is the guy in professional wrestling.
Right. We're going to do this new
top performer.
Sorry, Drew. Wait, we got music.
Drew's going all Magic Mike.
Hey, look, he's back. Yes.
Holy shit.
Nice. Yes, she's back. She's back.
We talked about it earlier. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. Wow.
Fucking A, and I said it. Who would carry it? Yeah.
Wow. And so is he going to be aligned with Roman? Roman looks like he's like, what the fuck is going on?
No, Roman's confused. I think he's just trying to get rid of the competition.
But did you see this happening like today? I did not see this happening today. I thought, and just smash his head right into the ring steps.
Yes.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, drop a doo-doo in the fucking chat, folks.
Oh, yeah. Screw CJ with his cut the shit. Put the shit in the chat. Pause. But wow.
Oh.
No way.
Oh, look. How did Vince and Bruce
how did you this up?
How did you fuck up Scarlett? Like,
how
really?
Did you fuck him up? Like,
but
this man, even Impact got it right. Even Impact did it great, and you fucked it up. Wow. Yes. So we're getting Karrion Kross. Scarlett does the hourglass. So we're getting Karrion Kross very much sending a message to the tribal chief of not only am I back, goddamn, I'm coming for everything.
The crowd is chanting "Holy shit," folks.
That's why I got the mumble mouth. When have you seen me speechless like this before? And this is how we end this. Wow.
Dude. Fuck, control your narrative. Let's go.
Why? But just Jesus Christ. But this is how you end. That's actually goddamn brutally. We talked about them possibly going over. Yes, it went, right at time, but that's how you end SmackDown going in to try and compete with a live.
Holy fuck, that's all we're going to be talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to flip over to Rampage. Do not go anywhere. I know I just rambled all that. I sound kind of like Drew McIntyre, sounded like ground.
We're just excited, folks, damn it.
But, ladies and gentlemen, Karrion Kross is back. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get your SmackDown ratings. But we got 1 hour of Rampage. It's got a lot to live up to because I think we're getting high scores. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still live. That's right, we're still live. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for rolling with us. If you're just tuning in, holy shit, Karrion Kross showed up. And he is he's got Scarlett. Oh my God, he's got Scarlett. Good for him. Scarlett put the hourglass down on the apron. The holy shit moment of the night. That being said, we are flipping over to Rampage, and we will cover the live Rampage. Nick, if you can touch on what's happening over there. But in the meantime, folks, give us your ratings for SmackDown. Give us your thoughts. And thank you for being here. Then I'll have to...
Absolutely. You want to be here after that. God damn it. You were a slight bit ahead of me, so I just got to hear, holy shit, he's back. And then I just saw everything in black and white, and I saw Scarlett come out and just, I'm feeling a little verklempt. I'm coming down with the vapors here. I was not expecting that. Like we're talking about this, today, and I think you and I may have touched on it when we watched the Ric Flair last match, because he was involved. I think he fought Davey Boy Smith on that card.
He did. Big win over Harry
Smith. They were still kind of talking about him coming back then, but I was not expecting this to happen like tonight. Like,
well, listen,
wow.
But listen,
Papa, thank you, Papa Paul.
Listen, CJ's 100% right here. AEW is on notice. Dear Tony, the WWE is awake, and this is different. We've done this for months now, right? Like we've done this in and out for several months, and we watch all these fucking shows, and the fucking momentum swung in a quick minute, and Triple H is picking his spots. And when we talked earlier, who would you see fight Roman or the Usos? We were like, shit, there's not a lot of options. This is a big option, and we knew how much Triple H loved Karrion.
Who had Karrion Kross or Killer Kross on their bingo card for challenging Roman Reigns? Raise your hand.
I kind of did.
Liar.
I kind of called it, but I didn't think it was going to be today. I didn't think it was going to be today. But I said Karrion's got to go after. He was one of the.
Oh my God! And now we're kicking it off with Moxley versus Mace Warner. We're kicking it off with the interim title. Of course, though, this is, I guess, the best shot of this is Tony very much.
This is a response, right? Absolutely. I just need a moment, folks. You're in good hands.
You're fine. I'm all sorts of jazz. So you're good.
That's me.
The wrong way, mother. But yeah, absolutely. So, folks, let me know your ratings for SmackDown tonight, because it's gonna be TikTok, AEW, motherfucking talk. Absolutely. Like I said, Tony's gonna be wearing the brown pants because he might be having little accidents. We might start seeing a few more Depends ads show up in commercials for AEW, because how do you follow up Killer Kross and Scarlett coming back and beating the holy hell out of Drew McIntyre, smashing that man's head into the ring steps, and then Scarlett comes out and puts down the hourglass in front of Roman. So we're very much getting the setup, later down the road of Killer Kross versus Roman, because I almost wondered at first, maybe this is, Roman extending out, a hired gun, but no, I absolutely, where did you have it? Yeah. Kross versus Reigns. I'm here for it. Absolutely. I'm right there with you, CJ. Like, absolutely shut up and take my money for that card or for that match alone. Like, I don't care what card that's on. That's going to be a hell of a match. That is going to be two top guys who can very much work a super athletic but strong style. Triple that at Castle? Too fast for me. Because we know Roman's going to win at Clash. I feel I almost want to see if maybe we do Survivor Series. We do Kross versus Roman. I feel like we got to build to it a little bit. And we're getting a hell of a promo from Mance Warner. I'm taking him tonight. I guess I'm just sick of Moxley's title reign. I keep saying that this man has a paper mache forehead with how much he bleeds. But yeah, to me, I've heard a lot of buzz lately around, the people that I follow online and everything around Mance Warner. Everybody's mentioning him. Oh my God, they were even excited just the fact that he was on Dark Elevation. When's the last time you heard anyone excited that someone's on Dark Elevation? Don't worry, I'll wait. But yeah, I almost, maybe Tony just pulls Dean aside or pulls John aside and just says, hey bud, they just had Killer Kross show up to challenge your buddy there on the other channel. You might have to do the job here tonight, Val, just to make headlines. But we're already starting off, folks, with people with both men just getting thrown into the guardrails. JR just said, welcome to AEW. You came to watch pro wrestling. Was that a shot at Triple H? Maybe, but I don't. If anyone's going to do that, it's not going to be JR. That would be an Excalibur type of thing, I feel. JR might have just flubbed, or just because he's heard all the talk about, pro wrestling happening now on the other company. He's probably like, shit, goddamn it, I could go back there. And especially now because WWE's pulled wrestling off of their banned words list. Could you imagine wrestling being a banned word on a pro wrestling show? But yeah, oh goddamn, Moxley with a suplex on Warner on the steps on the outside, and I'm not even sure if I've even heard the bell ring yet. So I don't know if we're officially underway here, but goddamn, we're already off to a hell of a start. Like the past 15 minutes in professional wrestling has just been insane, folks. Yes, Leah. Hi. Thank you to all the new faces that are here. Absolutely, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We just finished up watching SmackDown live, to where Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, Scarlett came back, beat the hell out of Drew McIntyre, and very much laid out the challenge for Roman Reigns. And now we are here covering AEW Rampage live tonight. Actually, instead of our Rampage is live, we're always live. But instead of it being a taped Rampage after Dynamite, and we will be back here for tomorrow night for a doubleheader for Battleground, I believe is the name of one show, and for Battle of the Belts with AEW. So absolutely like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. We are here for everything. Like this comment even said of shouting out pro wrestling. Absolutely. If you like anything pro wrestling, this is the place to be. Yeah, Sean, absolutely. I'm right there with you. And we're getting an ad in the corner for this bum ass video game that graphics look worse than ours. Yeah, folks. I guess still let me know your ratings for SmackDown. Also, let me know who you have for this match. Like I said, I think I'm kind of in the minority right now here of taking Mance to upset Moxley, but I just feel like they might do something just to kind of shock the world. I see 1-8 so far. My Hulu TV is listing said SmackDown 8 to 11, but Fox News came on. Is SmackDown going 3 hours soon? I don't think so. I don't think even Raw shouldn't exactly be 3 hours. So I hope to God SmackDown doesn't go 3 hours.
God, no. If anything, Raw can go to 2 hours.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Holy shit, dude. I'm still kind of fucking shocked about.
Oh, I got the goose pimples still going. My arm hairs are standing up,
I hate to take away from Rampage, but it's
a tough act to follow.
I mean, yeah, like Jesus Christ. And we used to joke. We'd be on these streams going, we're just getting through the 2 hours of SmackDown so we can hurry up and get to Rampage tonight. Not anymore. What was your rating for the show?
Oh, for the show itself as a whole, I think I'm about there with like the 8 that I saw. For that last segment, though, I feel like I almost want to give it 2 Brucey bonus points and just plump it up straight to a 10 out of 10, just because that last moment just has me so electrified. Like
the last time you got a real fucking
like we talked about after the Ric Flair moment and everything.
Dude, I gotta watch my reaction back.
Like I've got my arm hair standing up right now. I'm feeling the electricity.
A 10.
Whew. Just for that last moment just sent it right over the edge. But
the whole night was good. It was fast. Dude, we're getting fast WWE shows. That blows my fucking mind. Monday night we were
fast, entertaining, exciting, and just holy shit shows. When's the last time you heard a holy shit chant on WWE that wasn't piped in?
Yeah, good point, right? No, that was fucking you get the fucking out of nowhere, because we knew all night we were going to get this confrontation between Drew and Roman. Roman comes out, does his thing, solid. And then Drew comes out. We expected it to. He really does sound like Groundskeeper Willie. When he's talking in motion, it's not the best, because I grew up in a Scottish household. And it very much was like, he came out just like, listen here, Roman, you're going on fucking it's castle. What the fuck?
I'll be touching my sword between the hours of 10. That's Drew's time.
Right, but to get that what do you call it, the black, the light, I'm like, oh shit, we got music, we got, what the fuck? And
everything goes black and white.
There's Scarlett. I mean, they dropped the ball originally because they brought Karrion Kross up and they left Scarlett behind, and to me that never made sense.
Into fucking gladiator.
They turned him into a BDSM gladiator.
That we've seen a lot of BDSM on WWE lately.
Right? Well, that's because it's the kinky fucking old men that just
Vince is still doing, getting his little kinks out there.
Right? They can't help themselves. I
like the kinks out of the show, literally and figuratively.
Right. So Right now, we got Rampage going on. We got, if you don't know who that is Mance Warner from GCW. And yeah, and he's got a bit of he's a bit of an indie darling right now. He's had some really stellar matches as of late. Did he have a match with Nick? Not you, but
not me. Nick Gage?
No.
All this?
No, the kid, the up and comer, the prodigy.
Oh.
It'll come back to me. See, this is why drugs are bad.
No, vitamins. Use vitamins safely.
But yeah, anyway, they had a really good match. Whoever the fuck I'm
well, no, I he's one of those, like I've said, that I've heard like a lot of the other wrestling fans that I follow and everything online. There's been a lot of groundswell and support for him, and like I said, they were even excited just that he was on Dark Elevation. That like. When's the last time you heard someone excited to be on Dark Elevation?
Right? Even Vance Rawlings. Here we go. Welcome to the show. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan, isn't it? Isn't it getting exciting?
Oh, absolutely.
We're getting fucking surprised. Like, oh, Tony wants to
every show feels like goddamn Christmas morning.
Well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
But that's an excitement that we finally getting.
We didn't get Sasha. We didn't get Naomi.
No Sashi.
No Sashi. But we did get the announcement of the women's tag title tournament. To me, that means there's a resolution of some kind. That's why we didn't see those belts, because they were like, well, let's talk to the ladies, see if they want the belts back. Maybe they're not in this tournament. Maybe it's Sasha, like, we'll come back. We don't want the tag titles. We want to fuck with Liv, or we want to do something else. Or you know what?
You'll absolutely get it to what it's. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I was going to say. On the other hand, you put them in a tournament, and they're like, "Fine, you know what? We vacated our titles. Now we're coming back in this tournament. We're going to have a really good tournament, and at the end of this tournament, everyone's going to respect us as title holders."
Well, I think we're almost going to get to where another team wins the tournament. Oh, big spine buster by Warner, 2 count. But I think we'll have another team win the tournament and technically win the belts, and then right as they're celebrating, we'll hear Sasha's music hit and just have them both come out.
Yeah, I really think that's a possibility. I really think that there's more to come. There really is more to come. And that's the exciting
part. Like I said, if Papa Paul delivered Karrion Kross literally the same day that everybody starts saying, oh, Karrion Kross might be going to WWE, just strap on and strap in, folks, because it's about to get even nuttier.
I mean, when you were looking down at the depth chart, and again, you thought he was preoccupied with Drew, so it was a perfect time to surprise us, because we weren't expecting someone to come out. We knew it was Roman Drew at the Castle. We've known that since fucking May.
Yeah.
And
we've been calling that for weeks on the podcast.
Right. And then, so here they come. And then, here comes Drew. Perfect time. We figured we got past the point of possible surprises at that point. And the lights went out, both. And the fact, again, for me, the fact that it was fucking Scarlett, like, oh shit, Scarlett, that was enough. That says enough.
Oh, yeah. Even if we just got the tease of her coming out and then say it just all went to black or something like that, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I just saw in the corner, we're also, after Mox just punched a chair into Warner's face, but we're also getting Madison Rain in a match tonight. The new quote unquote coach of the women's division in AEW is actually having a match tonight.
Yes.
Oh, and Warner's busted open.
Of course.
I think Mox has a little bit on the side of his head, but who would have thought that Warner be the one gushing before Mox?
Right. He must not have landed much offense yet.
The wind was blowing the right direction.
Right. My Hulu. Oh, no, we read that one.
Yep.
Welcome to the show, Zach. Thank you for being here. Now, all the people who are new, don't forget, subscribe, like, join the fam. We are one big family here. We all are, for the fans, by the fans. We do these streams for all the shows. We're back tomorrow night. Battle of the Belts 3. And at the same time, we start at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, but we are kicking off Battleground Wrestling, Championship Wrestling. We're going to do Turn Up the Heat. It's going to be a fun card. At 8 o'clock, we're going to go to double. So we're going to be watching 2 shows at the same time, giving you live reaction to both. And then we're probably going to meet back in the middle and finish up with with the original card.
Oh, I was gonna say whichever one ends, last, because I mean we're getting
Battle of the Belts is an hour.
Shamrock coming back. We're getting Onita. We're getting
Right.
PCO and Bully Ray in a tag match together.
That's a fucked up tag team. PCO and Bully Ray.
That's a scary ass tag team. That's a tag team you don't want to run into in a dark alley.
No, I'll tune in just for those two. How do you beat them?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That whole card, it feels like everyone's managed to do a Forbidden Door type card better than AEW.
It's because
Ric Flair did it. There's other promotions doing it.
Right.
Oh, and just stomps from Moxley now after he's already bitten his forehead.
Shane says the same thing we did. Karrion Kross came out of nowhere. Do you think The Fiend will be back? Yes. Now more than ever, The Fiend will be back. It's going to be a big moment when he comes back. I don't know when he's going to come back, but I mean, fuck. They might hold out because The Fiend returning in front of 70,000 people. Ooh, think about it.
Yeah, well, now you almost got me, all excited of maybe we get Roman versus Dwayne, and Roman wins, and then all of a sudden we hear, "Let me in," and that's how we end WrestleMania.
Right now, that is a possibility.
Tell me you wouldn't tune in the next week,
or
the next night.
Oh, bitch. Do you ever have a miscommunication between your brain and your fucking extremities? And you're like, fuck. How'd you do that? Zach, do you think yeah, I do think more now than ever. Bray is coming back sooner than later. I really do feel like it's a WWE move. It's the best fit for him. And I'm just excited to see him come back. I've been marking out over this for way too long.
Yeah, well, it's the company with the best production. It's the company that could do everything right that Bray would want to do. But
and now, again, where people are like, well, he was stifled and ruined in WWE. Yeah, but Hunter didn't ruin him.
Right, Hunter wasn't in charge.
Hunter didn't stifle him.
Bruce was in charge, not Paul.
Hunter's the guy that brought Bayley back with a faction. Hunter's the guy that brought Karrion Kross back.
Just brought Karrion Kross back at the end of SmackDown.
Right. Hunter's the guy that gave fucking Ciampa 2 fucking wins in the same fucking night, which is 2 more than he's had since he got there.
Right. But yes, folks. So Jon Moxley retains. He won with a bulldog choke. Warner got the pass out spot, and then they advertised Moxley versus Jericho 2 at Quake at the Lake, which I think is up there with Great Balls of Fire from WWE as to the worst pay-per-view name I've ever heard of.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Oh, no. We got Ricky Starks with QT Marshall's crew there.
They're trying to recruit him?
That's
Aaron Solo trying to be friend. Yo, what the fuck did they do to Camarado? He's Tony D'Angelo.
He looks like straight out of
he needs to
Fever or something.
Send him to the D'Angelo family now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just he's very much, how you doing?
What did they do to Camarado? Yo, that's fucked. That's my second biggest surprise of the night. By the way, I give SmackDown. I'm gonna go with solid. I'll go 9. I can't commit to the 10. I'll give it a 9. I mean,
that's still high for you.
It's the highest. Yeah, no, I mean they're on fire right now. And you throw in that pop at the end again. I popped like an idiot. I must look like a fucking complete mark on the replay of that.
I think we both did. I think that's the most that we've been quiet on stream is because we just.
It was just fucking couldn't believe it. And again, listen, for all the fucking jokes and shit everyone's been making about Vince being a perv and Bruce being a perv and all fucking what's his face Johnny being a perv. Here they are, and you have you have Scarlett. I mean, this gorgeous woman in Scarlett, and you legitimately drop the ball. Like you don't complete, like you don't get where all you had to do was put her on TV and let them do the thing they did so well that made you want to call them up. Chris said SmackDown was a 10. I'm gonna try and catch up on these comments now that Nick's taking a break. Kross is fucking back. Yeah. Alexander, yeah, absolutely. I mean, a perfect. I didn't expect it. Complete surprise pop. Great job. He lays out Drew, turns and looks at Roman. I personally think we're going to get a triple threat. I mean, that kind of writes itself. But Triple H was a huge fan of Karrion Kross. Right? And he didn't even shave his head. They let him keep his hair. John Moxley for the win. Ding, ding. They got to add Kross, but damn, he was just at Ric Flair's last match. Yes, he was. Picked up a big win there, too. Kross and I went absolutely crazy. I went absolutely crazy. I was excited to see Kross confront Roman Reigns. That was awesome. And see, that's where I think where we were talking, and if you guys haven't seen our podcast from last night, our weekly podcast list Rumble came out last night. Go check it out where we talked about the change in wrestling for about 90 straight minutes. We just went back and forth on what it means for AEW, what it means for us, the fans. And this is a perfect example. I mean, where we talk about Tony has to step his game up, they bring a big name back in where it gets a huge reaction because, oh, shit. It would have been a huge reaction if Kross showed up in the first segment or the middle of the show. But you brought him in and stepped him in front of Roman. You told the whole world, even those who don't know Karrion Kross, this guy means something. If you've never seen him before, what you just witnessed told you this guy's a badass and you should pay attention. It's good. It's great. It's kind of what we talked about where Tony does have to step that game up where you bring in Punk and you got all these eyes on you and everyone's losing their mind. And you don't exactly go that route. You slow play it. You let it be a slow sizzle where by the time he gets the belt, it's not as jazzed as it could have been. It really wasn't. It was a bit of a, oh, okay, he got it. So it's something to think about, folks. I mean, it really is a really good way to book it. And again, it shows Kross is legitimate, and nobody really saw this one coming, I don't think. Here comes Takeshita. Do you think we will get NXT Killer Kross entrance while Scarlett sings Fall and Pray? Yes. I think we're going to get vintage Karrion Kross. We saw it tonight with the visual. It went black. We got the black and white. We got the spotlight on her. A visual we've seen before. She comes down. She puts the hourglass on the apron. We've seen that before. This is what Triple H is doing. He's reminding us of who these wrestlers are. And he's letting us know they're back. The guys and girls that you were a big fan of when I was in charge of the other brand are now going to get the spotlight. And what we did in NXT, when we were telling the entire world we are NXT, now we're going to get that. We are WWE, and this is what we are. We're good wrestling. We're good matches. We're good pace, and it's better. It's been an instant improvement. The feel of the show, the energy of the show. How often were we like, oh my God, surprised about anything in this company for a long time? It was one of the knocks. All right, we got Ryan Namath in control of Takasha. Now, remember, Takeshita is going to fight Claudio tomorrow night for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Wow, Blue Thunder Bomb. Dolph Ziggler's brother is down and out. And I think he's about to get finished off. Wow. Running knee. Stock value you wouldn't see from Vince. Absolutely. Shock value, I think, is what we were going for there, Shane. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, again, the picking their spots. It's not just like, oh, shit. There you go. With speed. All right. Takeshita is ready for his title shot. Yeah, but I mean, when Vince tried to be shocking, it was obvious, it was blatant, and it wasn't good. Brock winning the Royal Rumble. Ronda winning the Royal Rumble. Time and time again, we were disappointed by the surprises. Time and time again, We were disappointed by the direction. We were disappointed by the angle, the outcome. So, again, I think right now there's optimism. Right now the fans are happy. Right now, we're a big chunk through Rampage, and we're still talking about SmackDown. That's pretty impressive. That's a change. A lot of times we were just trying to get through the 2 hours of SmackDown to get to Rampage because Rampage was more entertaining. Might not be the case anymore, folks. Wayne, yes, thank you. I love the fact checkers out there. Got my back. Aggression Era 2.0. I like it. Maybe more the Attitude Era 2.0. We are getting like football to the groin stuff. Big balls. Big balls. He's got big balls. This is the greatest time to be a professional wrestling fan. It's a nice resurgence. I've said it a lot of times. I will give AEW and Tony Khan credit. The onset of AEW led to things like Fight TV picking up wrestling, picking up massive indie coverage, bringing in New Japan. Here comes Madison Rayne, by the way, who's going to be in action. And for those who don't know, she is a knockouts vet from Impact. She is now part of, I guess she's a trainer / coach for the women's division. She will bring a lot of experience, and she will be in action tonight. John Moxley just broke his hand. Jason, it's possible. Weird signs in the audience, usually. Is the Usos and Roman turning face? I think they're organically changing face. I don't think this is, I think it's a gradual turn. But for me, it's organic. They're not pushing the turn. It's just happening. It's kind of like what happened to Liv tonight. They're not turning Liv heel, but the fans were booing her and yelling, "You tapped out." Who saw that coming? She was as over as a babyface could be now. And I'm praying Shayna wins that belt. Here comes Layla Gray, one of the baddies. And Bibbins! It's Bibbins! So the baddies are Kira doesn't exactly like Layla. Interesting. What else do we got here, folks? By the way, wow. Did anybody hear anything I just said? Yeah, no, I'm muted. I literally muted myself to open my drink, and I didn't want everyone to hear the can pop. Dumbass. Well, my botch of the week. There you go. Now let me go back to what I said. Yes, very good comparable. I don't know what that's about. Kross was my favorite NXT champion when Kross was NXT champion. Kross was a beast. That was pretty much where I was. Kross is a beast, and he was booked like a beast. And remember, he dusted Ciampa. So, yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having my back. Can I hear you? I didn't want you to hear me. It was a surprise. I read lips. That's good. I should do the rest of the show with the mic muted. What else do we got? Zach, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining the fam here tonight. I think they should have Edge and the Fiend team up against Judgment Day. Now, Zach, you may not know this, but technically, channel rules are that I'm not exactly allowed to talk about this topic. I might agree with you. I really do agree with you. I've been hoping for it. I kind of pushed for it. I feel like what they did with Edge so far was like meh. So I'm kind of hopeful that we missed something and there's more to it. But my boy Nick and I had a wager, a friendly wager about the whole situation going into SummerSlam. And I was wrong. There was no Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. As of right now, there's no connection between Bray Wyatt and and Edge. So Nick's right, and I forfeit my opportunity to reach, as he calls it. So just a little tongue in cheek there, but time will tell. I want Bo Dallas back. Do you think Braun Strowman will be back? I don't know. Braun might have worked himself out, and Braun might have said a little too much, and Braun might be a little too tied to what he's doing with CYN. I don't know. It's maybe. I don't know. It depends how they do it. Never say never. I'm not optimistic with that one, though. Question. Was it actual title match? Was weird signs in the audience. Was Moxley a title match? I think so. I'm pretty sure it was. And I think I've caught up. Not bad. Oh, shit. There's more. Sounds like a heavy metal song. Dr. House and Sons. Oh, there you go. KJ, do you see Bronson Reed and Dexter Lumis coming back to WWE? Fuck, I would like that.
I don't think so. I think
Dexter could.
Dexter, maybe. He's kind of got a little slot in NWA, but that's very much a maybe. I could see that much more than I could see Jonah. Jonah's very much got a good run going throughout the other couple scenes. Like he's doing pretty well in New Japan.
But I mean, again, it's still the big boy, right? It's still WWE. WWE has a lot of sway. Look how quick Karrion Kross got sucked back in.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, if they went to Jonah and said, "Listen, we want you back in. We're gonna bill you in, the IC title picture or the US title picture. You're gonna be a badass. We're gonna let you do your stuff.
We're gonna bring you back, and here's how we're gonna do it." And they actually lay it out because so far, think about it: the two returns that we've had of Bailey, Dakota, and Io, and now Karrion Kross have both been amazing.
And a lot of people speculated about Lumis possibly being involved with Edge, possibly being involved with Judgment Day, possibly being involved in the Wyatt Six. There's been a lot of rumors about Dexter Lumis. I don't think NWA has enough pull to stop. I think if the WWE wanted, I don't think there's a fair comparable.
It's big bank take
WWE
little bank.
is going to offer them way more money. Right?
Yeah, it's big bank, take little bank. It's one's, the biggest company going, and the other is just kind of the longest company going.
Yeah, and that's it. So I really think you go to Dexter again. Another guy that Dexter, pardon me, I booked you well. I know what you can do. Come back to me. I'll take care of you. We'll work through this, right? And that's absolutely what I think. That's what I think the speech is to Karrion. I think that's what the speech is to all these, Sasha, Naomi, Bailey, is like, listen, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you.
We're going to actually get back to pro wrestling. We're going to be what we brought you here to do.
We're going to have fun. Do you remember those days when fucking everybody's giving you the fucking chance and we're lighting up buildings? We're going to go light up some buildings. That's my goal. Yeah.
That's Papa Paul's word of the fucking day now, is just fun.
Well, yeah, really fucking, a simple dynamic. Let's have a good time. And that was one of the biggest knocks. And that's where your competition, quote unquote, has been pitching like, oh, it's such a good time here. We're all having a good time. And yeah, maybe too much of a good time. But that's where now Triple H has to beat that drum of like, this is a fun place to work. Come back to the It's like, make WWE great again.
Yeah, well, I think that he's very much showing that. We had the whole hour free, the first hour of Raw, and now on SmackDown, we ended, the go-home moment is Karrion Kross returns, and him and Scarlett very much lay the challenge out for Roman. Like, absolutely sign me up for that match instantly. Right. And AEW had to respond, and it may have been planned that way, but I think they had to respond with going with that, the title match, the interim title match on first, just to try and, well, shit, we need something to follow that up. We can't come out of here with, a dud.
Oh, step up in Seguri. Zion Quinn lost to Elliot Quincy. When? And why are you telling me? No, just kidding. Alexander, I have no point of reference on that. Jacko, welcome to the show. Dig the name. How you doing tonight? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining Nick and I tonight as we roll through. What a crazy SmackDown. High ratings, high review. And now we're into the second match of Rampage. Rampage has been pretty good.
Oh yeah, well, anytime I can get some Bivens on my TV, I'm happy. And now we've got Madison Rayne, who, for those who don't know, I think CJ might have been a little confused as to who she is. She was part of the Beautiful People.
No, he knew who she was. He got it. He figured it out.
All right, yeah. Well, she's been away for a hot minute.
Well, she was just in that tag team. Like, she was kind of in the Beautiful People 2.0, right? With the influencers.
Right. Well, and now she's also the head coach of the women's division for AEW. Tony's now starting to put a buffer of people around him, which is something I feel he should have done at least a year ago. I think that's now he's kind of having to scrape through the bottom of the barrel. Like, someone like Gail Kim would have been a huge grab to have to be in charge of your women's division, but I feel like she's completely locked into Impact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and also everyone, like, I think it was CJ too that said that everyone's labeled as like a coach or an assistant or something. Like
yeah, and I understand. Like, I get where he's going with his point of contention. She killed her. She finished it off.
Oh yeah, Madison Rayne with the 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Just telling everybody why she running this division.
But you even brought up a good point, though, of Serena. They already had Serena Deep on the roster, and she's basically so far doing everything that she would be doing.
Uh-oh. We got more company. Uh-oh. Madison Rayne. Shit or bitch? Or both?
Wait, what?
Jade's out. Are we going to get a shit, a bitch, or both?
I don't know, but I already got, good help is hard to find, but still, just God. No,
I'm past.
Jade is impressive as hell.
This is my show.
She's not wrong when it comes to the women's division, to be honest.
No, and she looks like $1 million. I want.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantasy. Yeah,
I'm amazed Hunter has not beaten her.
No, I mean that's out of his reach, and he wasn't even invested.
I don't think anything's out of his price bracket.
Not price. I just mean that situation was almost hand fed to Tony because of the connection with TBS and the Shaq show and blah 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 and the connection. But it doesn't mean he can't. They can't try and buy her. When she comes, but. She's locked in, and I mean, she is the face of this division. So you got to remember, she's big fish, small pond. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
But her Charlotte, sign me up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is let Charlotte, let Sasha and all them come back, and Kiera Hogan comes out. So it looks like we're gonna get Jade versus Madison Rayne. That's
right.
Who had that? And Karrion Kross returning in WWE on your fucking
not quite the same level of pop.
Professional wrestling,
right? Not the same level of oh my god.
Well, no, but still, if you had those two, just who would have thought that this would be happening? Yeah. Like the year of 2022 in professional wrestling just keeps getting stranger,
right? Dexter Lumis was good. When he got involved with the Way and the Indie, and it lost it for me. But Dexter as a creepy dude was good.
Right. He works good as just kind of that creepy gimmick. He doesn't need to have a bright shining personality and baby face.
His character was good and he sold it well. So, but on a quick side note, we're getting a pre-tape for the Lucha Bros versus Rush and Andrade. Everybody not listening to this stream right now, you show up next Wednesday, you put on your seatbelt, strap in tight. Because that's going to be a fucking go.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be steal the show match. If you like any sort of lucha wrestling, if you've ever watched CMLL, AAA, anything like that, like if you like Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, absolutely, that's going to steal the show.
The Rock wins Royal Rumble match 2023. Nope, I'm still giving it to Cody Rhodes.
I think The Rock just needs to show up.
He doesn't need to win the Rumble.
He doesn't need to win anything.
I think Cody Rhodes wins the 2023 Royal Rumble. I'm not going to change my vote. That's my vote for now. But that's my early prediction is Cody Rhodes for the Royal Rumble win.
I could see that.
Well, know what I like? There's more potential for Cody Rhodes now. There really is.
Yeah.
Because the creative freedom and you ride like Triple H and his relationship with Dusty. He's going to want to fucking build we'll build your fucking run on the back of your father. And we'll make
but does he also though?
fuck.
Cody was the guy who took a lot of shots at Hunter in AEW.
But you bury that shit and you understand why that happens. And
Hunter's known for burying people with a golden shovel, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think that's dust off his shoulder. He knows that showmanship. He knows what that's about. The pot shots and the comments, yeah, you got some apologizing to do there, but you know what? You do what you have to do for the show. And Hunter found ways to work with several guys that were fucking dicks at the end of the day.
Do what's best for business, all that.
Yeah, I think so. And plus, he did love Dusty. I think that was part of the tension with Cody and Triple H.
He was Dusty's other son.
Right? He was the son I never had. Wait.
Right.
Wait a minute. NJ, I love WWE. We're all loving WWE right now. The bandwagon is a full.
Yeah. And that's not saying we, exactly dislike AEW. It's just right now they're winning the war. Sorry.
Well, and it's funny how quick it is because it's kind of like when you have the bigger army, right? You have the big giant army, but the smaller armies battling away and winning little battles. But all of a sudden the fucking big army turns it on and you see how fast you can start decimating the opponent. And that's what it was a very quick pendulum swing because, again, they do it on you have the biggest draw in the business. In all of wrestling, you have the biggest draw standing in the middle of the ring, and you use that moment to surprise everybody with a pretty big name. But either way, it's a surprise. You get a huge pop, and you send home. Tony hasn't done it at that level, and hasn't been able to deliver at that level where you really fucking, oh my God, like you got to shake the world and then ride it, right? Like Karrion Kross isn't fighting fucking Kofi Kingston next week. No, he might be, but he came out to take on Roman, not to fight the mid-card
even
guy.
if you don't know who Karrion Kross is, that was interesting enough that you're already intrigued. What the hell's on with this guy? Why'd everything go black and white when he came out?
Right. And again, for the fans, the WWE fans who just kind of tune in and out, they know Drew. Everybody fucking knows Drew. Drew's on every poster. He's in every commercial. He's the guy with the sword and the accent. And there he is walking to the ring. And whoever this new guy is, if you haven't seen him before, well, he just kicked the living shit.
Yeah, he just beat the bejesus
out of somebody
out of
you're
him.
familiar with.
Right.
But Tony,
so this guy must be pretty serious if he just whooped his ass.
Right? Like our boy CJ pointed out, like Tony's on notice and Triple H ain't fucking around. And again, if this happens to take a downward spiral, we'll be right there to kind of fill everyone in on our reaction to like, oh shit, 1 second. Right. Was there no Mark Henry?
No, there was. You just talked through him.
Oh fuck. My favorite part
of the
week.
Talked over your favorite part. I wanted to stop you, but you were on a roll, bud.
Was that the female version of the Blue Meanie?
Who? What?
The Rock versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 39. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
That's been said for quite a while. Got some agreements here. I like it. I'm going for Cody as well. I think it writes itself. Cody's, the last time we saw heroic Cody, he was fighting with one boob. And he won.
He's the leader of the purple pit. He's the purple titty committee.
All right, quick question. People kind of criticize Keith Lee's manner of speaking. Where do you fall in that?
I feel like I dig it. It's unique. It's someone who I guess is been told I'm well spoken myself. Folks can disagree with me. I'm open to it. But as someone who's a wordsmith, I appreciate it because it's different. It's not everybody's
time for the main event. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's a unique style. And I think that's something that you don't see often when it comes to promos. You kind of get, about 2 to 3 different variations on promos, and he's just the outlier.
I agree, sir. I agree. Do you think Dusty will ever return to WWE? If his brother's there, why not? And I think
Dusty might be a little hard.
Dusty might be a little hard. Might need a Ouija board.
Right.
All right. Here's another thing, wrestling fans. For all those wrestling fans, especially AEW fans out there, do you think it's a bad move on the heels of Blood and Guts, on the heels of a barbed wire match, on the heels of a dumpster match, on the heels of a fucking, what else do we have? Falls Count Anywhere match. Now next week we're getting a coffin match.
But I like the coffin match because just who's in
I'm
it.
not disputing the match is fucking awesome and the combatants are good, except Brody's got 300 pounds on fucking Darby.
But that's what's going to make it great. But I do get what you
like
is that it's just a little bit. It's too much of a good thing.
But you do not agree with me that next week's a coffin match. I can't wait because we haven't seen anything crazy in 2 months.
Right, like I said, it's too much of a good thing. It's having dessert for every goddamn meal. It's you have, like you said, you have a Anarchy and Arena match, you have a Shark Cage match, you barbed wire every match.
I still can't get over the fucking that barbed wire fucking Shark Cage, like gimmick on top of gimmick on top of gimmick.
Right, putting a hat on a hat on a hat.
Right, and then you get these guys stuck in the cage and they just slide out.
Right, yeah, the key won't work, so they could just slide out. Wait, so you're telling me you could have slid out this whole time?
The fuck were you doing in there waiting?
Right. What the fuck were you doing? just digging around just because you could have gotten out this whole time.
Right.
That's a real effective Shark Cage. And why weren't Sammy and Tay in there to begin with?
Yeah.
But then again, I guess if everybody's going to slide out, it don't matter. But we have.
Now, Tony Nese coming out with Josh Woods. For those who don't know, Josh Woods was the pure Ring of Honor champion before he lost it to Wheeler Yuta.
Part of the little faction with Jonathan Gresham as well. And I think
yes,
the two other names are blanking me right now. But yeah, they were very much about the pure Ring of Honor style of wrestling.
This should be a drinking game next week.
Oh, hey guys, how many times will JR say casket instead of coffin? Oh, are they really making it a big difference?
Yeah, usually they won't say casket. They're not supposed to, I don't believe. I think casket match is trademarked. So JR will let it slip a couple times.
I was going to say, how many things does JR let slip? I mean, the man was in that company for like.
You can't be mad at the guy, man. Fucking right. Everyone's changing their names and they all look the same.
JR is everyone's southern version of Hank Hill. Like, you can't be mad at the man.
Hank Hill's that's a funny comparable.
Like, how can you be mad at this man?
Right.
But this is going to be an interesting match.
It's going to be a good match, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, now it's still just I hate to do it, but I almost feel bad now of every time I see quote unquote an ex-WWE guy of now just imagining what Papa Paul could do with them now if they were in that company.
Mm-hmm. Well, Keith Lee has a belt on his shoulder right now, 100%. I don't know what
he's an IC or US champ. You're getting Keith Lee versus Bobby Lashley for US belt.
Keith Lee, Bobby Lashley. Keith Lee's a guy that I think he believes that could go up against Roman as a babyface and really give Roman a run for his money. Big fella.
And now we could get Kross and Keith Lee.
Kross and Keith Lee
going eye to eye with each other. Absolutely.
Right.
So they're going eye to eye. We've got Josh Woods and Keith Lee going eye to eye.
Yeah.
Just to inject the action there. Oh, big double slap. But yeah, even Swerve too. Absolutely.
Oh shit.
Oh, drop toe hold right onto just the timekeeper's chair.
Oh, get in the ring. Get in the ring.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with it though. These having their way with people. But yeah, I am kind of waiting for the moment when Papa Paul comes through and just starts to kind of, Colombian marching powder. Oh, protein powder. It's literally protein powder because Tony's throwing it in his own as Swerve boots it into his face. But I'm waiting for the day that Papa Paul comes to knocking and starts picking off the AEW roster. Since a lot of Tony's guys now are WWE.
Why are you yelling at us?
We can hear you.
I want to see Keith Lee versus Brody King. I'm down. I like that matchup. Two big beefy boys.
Oh, absolutely. I almost feel like swerved through the toolbox, just exploded everywhere. But yeah, I would absolutely.
Is this a no DQ title? Like, is this a no DQ match?
Has the match even started?
There was a bell. There was 100% a bell. 100%. I remember thinking,
is Keith Lee's now a maximum male model because he took the water bottle, was just pouring it over his head to get the protein powder out of his eyes.
Wait, is this supposed to be no DQ? Did I miss this?
Oh, speaking of swinging, damn, that was a vicious elbow.
It's a street fight. Why the fuck is it a street fight?
When did that get announced?
I missed it. I just thought it was a match.
I don't know, but I'm actually becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Josh Woods by the moment here.
Oh no, Josh Woods is really good. When he first kind of debuted in ROH, I was a big fan of him. And I happened to be catching a lot of ROH for a little bit there when he came on the scene, and I was like, he was young but intense, right? Like he's got an intensity about him. A good foundation.
Well, so even just his whole look, legit. The mouthpiece, everything, like he very much gives off.
It looks like a badass.
Like, I'm here to kick ass. Like, give me him versus Josh Alexander. Battle of the Joshes.
Yep. And I can't even be certain that may have
been a thing somewhere.
Maybe. Sorry, previous chat has no problems with caps. Oh no, I don't have a problem with it. I was being funny. That's all. I was just joking.
Yeah,
all jokes. We don't got a problem with shit.
Oh no, absolutely. This is just Feel Good Friday. This is everybody, just vibing.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, Smart Mark pulling out of the table even too.
Right. I got picture in picture.
Oh, I have that finally. So just full ad.
Right. Why is it a street fight? These guys don't even know each other.
Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun.
But under that's pressure. Again. So I just complained that, we keep getting gimmick matches. Right. Now we get a street fight. Next week, now we're going to get a fucking coffin match. Friday, we're going to get some type of bludgeon fucking sorcery match.
I feel like Tony just hears like wrestling fan feedback, like fucking Siri or something does, of like, no, we're sick of gimmick matches. I'm sorry, did you say more gimmick matches? No, God.
1-on-1. Did you say death match?
Right.
No.
I heard you say tag team. Did you say war games? No.
I like war games, and don't get me wrong, fans, and you guys can let me know if I'm completely crazy. And for those in the chat, don't be shy, don't be quiet. But I just do think you're hurting yourself, right? You got to pick your spot.
Right. We're not fully, discrediting the matches. Like the matches are still entertaining as hell, and we still, AEW is still entertaining. We're still tuning in for it. We still look forward to Dynamites, all of that. We're already looking forward to next week's Dynamite. But it becomes a law of diminishing returns of if you keep having all these gimmick matches and all these stipulation matches, everything's, we got Quake at the Lake and, we've got, the Mimosa match and all of these just little stupid gimmicks to have gimmicks. It becomes too much and it gets childish and it detracts from everything else. Like I said, law of diminishing returns of too much of a good thing.
Yeah, man. And here's what I think. And this isn't even criticism. This is more friendly advice or something constructive. But for me, what happens is oddly enough, you get to your pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view, you give us more straight-up matches. Yeah, we'll get an anarchy in the arena, but Punk for the title, it's pretty much straight up, right? Like,
right.
We keep it simple. But then you get that match, and I think when you get everyone so used to some type of tomfoolery and side gigs and overbooking that when you get a straight up match, you're like, okay, nothing happened. Like no surprise pop, no table. Oh, okay. And that's
sorry, go ahead.
But that's to me what you kind of run the risk of everything has to be chaotic now. Everything has to be ECW.
Well, that's the thing is when you book a pop to always be happening, to be caused by something that's not happening in the ring.
Holy shit.
All right, I'm gonna finish my point after this holy shit moment that you might be heading me on.
No, we're good.
I got right now what they're
out.
looking for, a triple suplex in the
Oh,
table.
there goes Joshy.
But
no.
Yeah, when you book constantly to where the biggest pop comes from something that's outside of what's going on in the ring, whether it's a return, whether it's tables, whether it's chairs, this stipulation, that stipulation, you're drawing attention away from your actual athletes, from your actual product. It's everything's got to, you're drawing attention just on the gimmick. You're just waiting. It's becoming a call and response thing.
Yeah. Now, truthfully, this has been a really fun match, and it's actually really good. And now that they're in the ring and you got Swerve running, not Swerve, you got Lee and he's moving. It's good. I like it.
The second they actually got in the ring and actually wrestled, it was actually good.
I was just bummed out that it's a street fight.
It doesn't need it.
Let him wrestle. Let him wrestle. The two best wrestling matches you've had this year were straight up wrestling matches with two tag teams. Simple.
Right.
Simple. Uh-oh.
Smart Mark with the chair to Keith Lee's back, and Keith Lee just absolutely having none of it. Oh, 2 kicks to the chair, and Keith Lee's still not even really down. Oh, double DDT onto the chair. Swerve up top, though. Oh!
What are we thinking, folks?
360 splash onto everybody, onto the pin.
You were not really supposed to. Wow. I would like to see the Briscoes in AEW, but if Tony Khan don't want to put them on, Papa Paul should scoop them up.
I don't
think Triple H will go near the Briscoes. I don't think the Briscoes will ever go to the WWE, no matter who's running it.
Oh, no, they won't. But I was going to say that they're already signed under Ring of Honor, so I feel like that's Tony's kind of way of backdooring them onto AEW. No, they're not an AEW contracted superstar. They're a Ring of Honor contracted superstar. And you said they have Ring of Honor guys on TV.
I've heard other podcasters talk about the fact of, we know why the Briscoes can't, the rumor of certain people didn't like some of the actions of the Briscoes.
Right. People can mature. People can grow.
Well, we have a very unforgiving society nowadays.
Right.
And what I find funny is it blows my mind that, we saw Nick Cage. Nick Cage is a drug addict who's a former felon. People can get mad at me for saying I'm just giving you the facts that, he robbed banks. Or a bank, not very well because he got caught. But so here's this guy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, throw him on your TV, no problem. Have him on there, cutting someone's face open with a pizza cutter during a Domino's commercial. Like, let's do it."
Right.
But then you're like, "Well, what about this guy?" No, he said some offensive things about a decade ago. We're not over it yet.
Right, and he's also apologized about what he said.
But it's still that's a weird society to live in, right? Like that's a weird stance of like. No, we're okay with the drug user.
It's just one of those of I feel like it's weird because with that approach, Tony just did and then asked for forgiveness. But with this one, he's like just so hesitant.
They got ahead of it. We're like, no. Wait, what the fuck? Schmark's in trouble.
Yeah, and he goes through the table after Swerve was set up on the table because
Smart Mark gave that table a fucking elbow drop and then some. Lee barely moved to flick that man. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah, go.
You go down now. You go squish now. Woods going for
no.
Yeah, going for a suplex on the Lee off the apron.
Woods through like 3 tables. Fucking suplex.
Just hammering him with strikes and elbows.
This is getting a little aggressive for my liking.
Yeah, well, this is
it.
How much is this a suplex and how much is this aggressive humping? And they both go through both tables. So Woods suplex. because of a Tony.
Yo, that could not have felt good for Woods.
Oh
There
no,
is no way that landing felt good for Woods.
Ass to your face.
JR, that's one of those holy doo-doo moments.
Did he say that?
Jeez, Bobby. Oh,
I was gonna say, all right,
oh, Bobby.
All right. But folks, so we had a holy doo-doo moment on AEW, and we had a holy shit moment on WWE. There's a difference.
So Swerve was holding on to the ropes. If you aren't watching at home, Josh Woods was trying to give him a suplex off the apron through tables. It wasn't going very well. Tony Nese popped Lee with the super kick to allow the suplex. Both men toppled over and destroyed the tables. Oh my God, Nese down on the chairs.
The big back body drop. Oh,
What? Holy fuck! He killed him!
Yeah.
He killed him!
Someone get that man a neck brace because he took all of that right up in here.
Wow.
Ow. Oh.
He drilled that coup de grace. I hate that finisher.
It's stupid, but
I hate it.
Neither here nor there.
They missed the high five. That's amazing. They missed the fist bump.
Well, they are a little bit like Kobe and Shaq there, so.
Wow. There's no way that felt good for Josh.
Oh, no.
No, like he's such a thick...
Definitely not for Josh and definitely not for Tony. Tony might want to, make sure his teeth are all there.
Yeah. Where his cheekbone's still attached.
Right.
I would
head
love
bone's
to see...
connected to the neck bone.
I just had a thought. What if Triple H adds NXT to Survivor Series?
You mean like what they've already done before?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we could
I don't think much would change.
Yeah, not right now.
We're not with 2.0 NXT.
And I mean, a lot of things are going to be answered. Like, we're going to the castle, and then we're getting a draft. The draft's going to be exciting.
Supposedly. Allegedly.
Speculatively.
But if it does happen, you heard it here first, folks.
That was a decent answer to SmackDown.
The best that they've had so far from a Rampage.
Well, it was good. I mean, it was live. It was fun. There was a lot of action.
Yeah, it bookended on two good notes. In between, it's a push.
Yeah, not bad. You had to come back with something. Good pace to the show. Quick hour in and out.
But I feel like that might be a little bit of why that last match was a street fight, though, too.
I don't think it was a good idea, but it ended up being an all right match. Did the plane ride from hell keep Ric Flair from being in AEW? Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah, and it got him out of being in WWE.
Does Keith have a neck? No.
Yes.
Does Keith have a neck? No.
Yes.
I think, no, not much of one. Listen, I can't find my neck either. It's all right. I understand the man's pain.
We took an angle I was not expecting.
Right, it's true though. It's just shoulder and fucking chin. Like it gets up to the ears real quick. There's no neck. I can't wear a collar. It doesn't work. But what are your ratings out there, ladies and gentlemen? Right. Let us know what your ratings are for Rampage tonight. I'll go first, and I'll throw out. I'll go 7.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of nailed it right there with that. I was thinking around there, and then once I like you read my mind, once you said 7, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm right there with you. I know I'm a little ahead of you on SmackDown, but I'm right there with you on Rampage.
Yeah, I mean, again, and then that's just because I'm non-committal with a 10, right? Like I'm very close to the chest with a 10.
Yeah, you're not like Meltzer if everything gets 5 stars.
No, I can't do it. And again, I mean, if I'm basing it on the entire show, yeah, you know what? It wasn't perfect. And that's fair. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was huge. It was close. And, people are going to say you never get a perfect show. It's not about that. It's, it's what it makes Bray Wyatt. Listen, the night Bray Wyatt walks through the door, you're probably going to get a 10 out of me. Like if we have, it depends on the moment. Roman losing the title, might get a 10 out of me. We'll see what happens. We got time.
I feel like you could have Bray Wyatt, come out like to start, say, Raw or SmackDown, and then he does his entrance, show ends. 10 on 10, best show of the week.
Right? The pop alone.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, shit. If for those who don't know, Karrion Kross is back in the WWE. He arrived on SmackDown with Scarlett. That's amazing to me that he's back. And Triple H ain't stupid. Can you please bring your beautiful wife with you? Please.
Absolutely.
Like, she can wrestle. She has wrestled.
She can wrestle, and it just works as a total package.
She looks like $1,005,000.
Oh, yeah. Well, and like with this comment here, do you think Kross is replacing Drew at Clash of the Castle? That we don't get Drew versus Roman there? We get instead Kross versus Roman?
Right now, I believe it is legitimately a case of, what do you call it? I think it's actually going to be a triple threat.
If we're doing a triple threat, I think that's too fast. To me, if in an ideal world, I still do Drew versus Roman at Clash, is because UK.
Why do you think it's too soon? Like, I'm confused.
Because I know you had this a little bit with CM Punk of like the second that they debut that they should
this is what they should have done with Punk.
Right, but they have to come back and still at least have a goddamn story.
But we got 4.
You can't just like show up and then like, oh, ta-da, I won. All right.
Well, he didn't. Yes, he can. One, yes, he can because who he is. But two, I'm not saying just show up. They got a month to build an angle. They got until September 4th.
But that's the thing. But you also still have until WrestleMania with the Rock to fill out.
Yeah, but now
you have that back end to fill out.
That's what the fucking problem with AEW is, and that's where you're making your Tony Khan mistake, where you wait till fucking Christmas, you wait till fucking Mania, and by the time you push this guy 6 months after he debuts, nobody gives a fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have until Mania. I'm saying that we're still going to get Roman versus Rock at Mania. So we still have. Who else are you going to have compete with Roman after Clash till Mania? So I think that's why I'm saying it's too fast. So you need that for like a Survivor Series. What's Roman going to do at Survivor Series? He has both belts.
Well, I think you do the triple threat.
Like that.
You do the triple threat, and Roman retains. And then Karrion comes out of the triple threat being like, you pinned Drew, not me. What the fuck? Let's go to Survivor Series.
We'll wait and see.
I like it. I'm just saying, keep it simple.
I agree to disagree.
Cool. How was it? It was pretty good. Triple threat. Oh, we got that. Yeah, I think sometimes we slow play things, and sometimes you got to play a hot hand. When you're on. Run the burner.
But at times you Vince Russo it and you overbook and you just car crash. You hot potato everything.
No. That's not. Yeah, sometimes you do, but don't throw the ball down.
Listen, Goldilocks. Sometimes you gotta you gotta wait for the porch to.
Yeah, but that's like saying like sometimes I cross the street and sometimes I could get hit by a car. Like, I mean, we're not planning to Russo it up. I'm saying, well, they could fuck up.
We're also not planning to draw it out to where it fails.
Well, that's the point, right? They could also go
like I said, listen, Goldilocks. Sometimes you got to let the porch cool a little.
Nah, no. You got to ride a hot wave when you got a hot wave. Everybody in the world's talking about this right now. You saw the numbers on the channel spike. People already got it up on YouTube. Separate videos are already up. I can see them. Like, it's a big deal. So he doesn't come out and challenge Gunther. He doesn't come out and Scarlett puts the clock in front of Kofi Kingston or fucking one of the Los Lobos. He fucking comes out and looks right at the champ and says, I'm going to fight you because that's
so
where
what
I
if
belong.
then you say you have him, you don't have him come out next week, you have him come out the following week. And then we get again we don't get him for a week. And then we get him at the end of Clash of the Castle to where when Roman beats Drew, then he comes out again. And that's the next thing we go into.
To me, that's the tiptoeing Tony Khan. We're going to forget that we just signed this person and they were on a fucking heater. And then hey, do you want the list?
Not everyone can be in the main event.
You want the list? Ruby Soho.
Especially though with how many people that they're going to be coming
Ruby
back.
Soho, Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and
but so when Charlotte comes back, she should instantly be in the
100% right to the belt.
Sasha comes back,
she's a main eventer.
When Naomi comes back, she should instantly be in the main event.
No, Ric Flair.
Charlotte just came back, so she should be in the main event, right? Too.
Absolutely, she should. Absolutely, you need something.
Where are you with Charlotte?
Charlotte's going to take the belt when she
I'm
comes
saying
back.
Scarlett. Because
Scarlett's
you're saying
not gonna
that she's a female competitor. She just came back, and we're saying everybody that wants to come back.
She's doing the valet thing. Now you're pulling out fucking managers like Bibbins is going to start fucking wrestling. No, realistically, man, the main events are the main events. Like Ric Flair, go away from territory for a while, come back. He didn't fight fucking, oh, I'm going to go fight fucking nobody. I'm Ric Flair still. I fight the main event guys. That's how this works. We don't fucking, we'll take our time.
But they need to build main event guys. That's what they're doing right now. AEW's problem is that they had main event guys and just didn't use them. WWE's problem is that they had main event guys and they haven't built them up.
I think you just backhandedly agreed with me somehow.
I'm halfway there with you. Like I said, I'm not cool disagreeing with you. Right? I very much agree with half of what you're saying. I'm saying just I'm on the other end of it with you. If you like your porridge a little hot there, Goldilocks. I like
not always
on the cooler side.
Not everybody
want it right in the middle. We still want it right in the middle.
You don't burn everybody. You don't scorch everybody. Perfect example. Seth Rollins was out with injury. He comes back, and he could have came back as a baby face, and he was white fucking hot. Everyone was thrilled that fucking he was back. And that night he goes heel, and you burned him out right away. Those are those moments when you have that fucking hot chance. And I will never change my mind. Not everybody should get gaslit. Not everybody should get a rocket up their ass and shoved to the moon. Not everybody deserves that. Karrion Kross comes out tonight, main event style, going for broke. And that's where he should be. You don't bring Karrion Kross back and then put him in fucking squash matches with nobodies. You put him in there with the top guy. And even if he doesn't win, you have him battle for it. So then whatever he does next, you know he's legitimate and people should watch out for him, no matter who he gets pissed off at. So that's where I think Tony misses opportunities because you get this, oh, we can't just push everyone. No, you can't push everyone. But you got to find out the guys who need pushed. It's like saying Rock should come back and fight some undercard guys before he gets.
Well, no, I agree with that. Right? No, with this one, I think it's more just because they pigeonholed themselves into the situation with it being Clash of the Castle, with it being a UK pay-per-view. I feel like Drew has to be involved, and I almost don't want to see a triple threat because I would rather see a Cross versus Roman one-on-one versus a triple threat between the two of them, right? Between all three of them.
Los Lobos is an 80s band. Yes, it is. It's also the name I use for Los Lotharios. So, yes. I call them Los Lobos.
See, I was going to say, all I can think of right now is how far is heaven?
I don't even know how you got there. Maybe earlier. All right. Yeah. Well, my friends, I believe we've come to the end of this wonderful stream as we've clipped over 3 hours tonight. Remember, do not forget, if you have to, set a timer, set an alarm, tell your friends, remind yourself, write a note on your wall, in your journal. I don't give a fuck what you do. Be here tomorrow night.
Just to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell notification. YouTube will let you know it yourself.
Oh, we got another new face, by the way. Fresh news. Welcome, Kenny Omega to WWE. Never.
Yeah, that's
I don't see it happening.
Chance in hell.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
That ship has sailed quite a while.
Not only that, I believe that Kenny Omega going to the WWE will expose Kenny Omega even more. It will, because now he can't call the shots. He can't go, well, I want to do this. I want to do my
shots in New Japan. We could be
here
here for a whole other 3 hours, I feel.
It will expose him for the semi-good wrestler that he is.
Oh, you and I very strongly disagree, and I halfway feel like you do it just to get me going on our
a little bit. There's a bit of double in that one, but
yeah.
We're not going to get into a big old fight, folks. It's a Friday night.
That's what Let's Rumble's for. So, folks, if you haven't checked what we recorded
this is what we do.
Yesterday, absolutely go and check that out if you want to hear our opinions on everything that is going on in professional wrestling. But if you like just coming here and hanging out, having some friends to, watch wrestling with, shoot the shit with, we are probably wrapping up tonight, but we will be back here tomorrow night for, again, 2 shows. At least 2 hosts, maybe 3 hosts.
You say hosts?
So that means that it's going to be, a 5-star night again.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time, folks. We got Battle of the Belts 3. Claudio's putting his belt on the line. Jade's in action. Thunder Rosa. Who's Thunder Rosa fighting?
Good question.
Yeah, fuck it. And then we got Battleground going on at the same time. Battleground starts at 7 p.m., folks. So 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We will be going live with Battleground, and then we will be jumping into the coverage of Battle of the Belts. So 2 shows at the same time, 1 stream. It's going to be a fun night. Ken Shamrock's coming back. Buddy Murphy, Onita, and a list of others.
Exactly. They're out for bidding during AEW.
Right. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good show. Tune in, like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Remember, if you can prove to me that 10 of your friends, that's right, 10. And by the way, congratulations to the Spears family on their announcements. Good for them. But that being said, folks, that's all for us tonight. Big Nick, it's always a pleasure, sir.
Absolutely. Tonight's been a hell of a night. Made it out of the week, and we are sending it right off on the weekend, and catch you on the flip side.
You fucking did it again. That's my thing. Flip side is my thing. Fucker. Bye.
You stole my promo.